tonight, or you kind of just you're vibing with the Odyssey? Is that what you said you're listening to? A playlist of 2 hours of unique songs telling a bit of a modified story of the Odyssey. Is that like Homer's Odyssey? You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, etc. Cool. Right now you're listening to God Games, which is one of the songs. Cool. Respect it. Respect it. So you got like me in one ear and that in another ear? And then I got tunes going too. So, oh, damn. You're juggling. You are just juggling the auditory senses there. Cheers to that, my dude. Cheers to that. But yeah, we've also got Surging Sparks is just around the corner. So I've been kind of experimenting around with lists for that. I do need to get some more videos and about decks. I don't know that there's too many more I want to cover before releases, because like there's only so much theory crafting you can do, and then there's others where it's like there's a concept there. I don't know if it'll work. Like Sarah Ledge, very keen for that. Seems like a good card. Archaladon EX, I don't know that I want to make a video about it until I can actually get my hands on it and play some games. Like theory crafting it, it's like, yeah, it seems fine. But at the same time, like you go into Zard and they go Dusclops, knock it out 130 on you. They do what, 210 after? Bang, 340 all up. It's not great. So I love the concept of the card. I really like Duraludon VMAX when it was in rotation, so I'm going to build it regardless. I just don't know if I'll make a video about it. Sarah Ledge we will, though. My Lodic we just released a few days ago. The buy list video I'm going to try and get out this weekend if we have time. And then, yeah, what other new cards do we have out of the set? Like Latios EX, Latios. It's Latios, right? What's the red one? Latias? Latios. They're red, one of those jet plane Pokemon. That one's cool. Makes your base except for your retreat, but like it's not a deck in and of itself. It's kind of just like an upgrade for stuff. We've got Cyclizar EX isn't real. Sylveon EX, I believe, is in this set. I'll have to double check that one, but like there's a concept there. There's a concept there. And we just got all the evolutions for Terrestrial Festival revealed. Might have just recorded a video on.
Oh, baby, a triple!
That's
oh, yeah!
Gonna be live on YouTube in now. There we go. It was taking a second. It's one of those seniors moments, you know. I can show you. Oh, look, it's up. That's the quickest button I had. This is, yeah, we're good. MDW or MWDC, the red jet looks like it's going to be an expensive car. Does it? For the base art? Are you talking about for the base art or the alt art? I know the alt art is going to be expensive. Those two are always very expensive. I had, when I got back into the game, I should say. I was into the game when I was like a kid. Like I had the cards in the Game Boy Color game. But when I got back into it, Team Up was kind of where like I went to pre-releases before. Like I did Forbidden Light and another one in there. But Ultra Prism. I did Ultra Prism and I did Forbidden Light. I don't remember in what order. But then I went to the Team Up one and I got the like alt art of the Latios and Latias Tag Team GX. And I was like, this is really cool. Like I'm going to build a deck with this. And I got into the game. So I ran that with like Staryu and Starmie. I think it was Starmie. It could like attack and get energy from your deck and accelerate it out. So I had that, and then like got a Malamar. Like it was just a shoebox deck, pretty much. It was just like these seem like they kind of work together, and I had fun with it. And then yeah, ended up selling it because like COVID hit, and I saw how much that card was going for. I was like, well, that's groceries for a few months, so like that's going. But cool card. That card costs a fortune now. Yeah, I think when I sold it, it was like $400 or $500. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is a piece of cardboard. Of course I'm going to sell this. And like, we were spending, I think, $40 or $50 a week on groceries. And like, not my partner and I, neither of us was able to find work at the time because we lived in Australia. We still live in Australia. But like, we weren't residents at the time. And they had a thing called Job Keeper and Job Seeker, which got Australian residents benefits. So it's like, if businesses employed them, they got kickbacks from the government. Whereas if they employed us, they got nothing. So it's like, we were trying to find odd jobs. And I was like, I have some Pokemon cards that have some value, and I like saw how much that was, so I'm like, sold. And now I think it's like over $1,000 or something like that. I don't even want to know what it's worth now. It's so silly. I don't understand the value of these things. They're cool, don't get me wrong. I love them as collectibles and like as like conversation pieces and stuff. Like the evolutions, the V's and the V Maxes. I got the alt arts of all those just because like I like those cars. I like EVs. And then I was like, yeah, well, I'll get those. And like Terrestrial Festival is that again. So I'll probably do the same for that. Just like get the binder page. But like when I was getting those too, it's like they were like not cheap, but not ridiculous. And I think now they're going for several hundreds of dollars each. Like, why? So 500, is that pounds? Which is about 1K Australian. That's nuts. That's nuts. Because I think when I pulled it at pre-release, it was going for like 40 or 50. And someone was like, oh, you could sell that and like get a real deck. And I'm like, it's fine. It sounds like these real decks like go in and out of rotation constantly. And I was like, I kind of just like this one. I just pulled it. I'm going to build a deck with it. That was my mindset when I got into the game. And then I got like I got the Charizard theme deck came out of that set too. So I grabbed 2 of those, bashed them together, and was like, yeah. And it worked. It was fine. Anywho, I'm rambling. We should be looking into the deck list for tonight. Is this the thing? This is the thing. How many people we got signed up? We got 21 people in for tonight. It does look like a handful of people have joined in the last minute that are actually checked in here. And a bunch of people have joined up earlier in the week and might have forgotten that they signed up for it. So confusing numbers. We have introduced late check-in though. So like if people want to join in around after it started, they're able to do that. I'm going to double check that we have that switched on just so that I'm not sitting here lying to you guys. And then we'll do a quick double take. Where's the thing? Yeah, that's all done. We'll double check on all the lists. I feel like we're pretty good because we're getting a lot of people that are coming by week after week. Death, like, how you going, buddy? Week after week and are comfortable with the format. We're posting the videos, so I feel like a lot of people are getting more comfortable with it. And Dutsa is, I am a judge. Have you read the rules? So, Dutsa, have you read the rules, though? You're just saying you're a judge. Squirrel TCG finally committed to it. Should have been asleep a while ago, but oh, dang. Buddy, where are you? Like, are you in North America? We have the North American special event tomorrow. You can just play in that one if it works better for you. Mr. Mooseman, their deck looks good. Perp, no list. Destra, no list. Food King, no list. Snorlax, none. This one good? This one looks fine. That's the one I just clicked on. Good old short-term memory. You are failing me beautifully. 9-egg with the Bellsprout. I love how he just brings Bellsprout every time. You are precious, 9-egg. You are precious. Urban Nomad, nothing above a 2. MW. Looks good, looks scary. Nothing above a 2 here. Triple. This deck looks stupid. Maybe it works. Probably not, but I'm almost at my best finish limit, so we can kind of just start playing dumb stuff. Raspberry looks good. Savid, that's a new name. Ooh. Savid, are you here? There's 4 Ultra Ball. Other than that, your list is good to go. And I feel like that's an easy fix. Because do they have Nest Ball in here? They do. It's literally just like swap that out with Great Ball. Oh, are they on Discord? Oh my god, they're on Discord. Beautiful. This is perfect. Why is it not working for me? Actually, Dudsta, can you ping Savid in Discord? Can you do that for me? I'll try messaging them too, but... Are they in our Discord or are they just on Discord in general? I don't think they're in our Discord. You're better at that kind of stuff than I am, though. So their thing says Savid, SAVID 400, hashtag 5370. If you can message them in Discord and just let them know, hey, you got 4 Ultra Balls in your deck list, change those ASAP, we're good. If not, once the tournament starts up, I'll just have to pop in and be like, hey, change these 2 Ultra Balls to Great Balls. Or like, you have 5 minutes, change it quick. But only those cards. Squirrel. List looks good. 4 Litwicks, that's fine. Chandler's in there. Dudsta. This guy's always trouble. I don't know if he's read the rules. Looks fine. Manny's here. Manny's cooked. I like that. George. Ooh. Did they just join in now? Yeah, we'll give it 3 minutes. Lil Tone. Did I check MWDC? I checked MWs. Yeah. Want me to check it again? Nah, I feel like you're just trying to creep on their list. Why are you singling them out? Lil Tone, why are you singling out MW? I'm doing that off screen now. They're good. What are you trying to do, Lil Tone? You calling out MW? Huh? I'm teasing. Yours is a straight up net deck from last week's tournament? Yeah. They're good, but I like what they said. What do you mean you like what they said? What do you say? Is he writing poetry? I want it. Can't read, but you know you cheated somewhere? What? Oh, is that... I can't read, but I know it cheated somewhere. No. Their deck list name is also just something I stole. MW is good stuff. He's just a bit of a goofy goober sometimes. Deathlight cracks knuckles. Do you need to send it to the Shadow Realm? Nah. Also, has Dudster responded to me? Is he going to the Discord thing? Did you do the thingy? Does that? You don't have a way to message them, sadly. Dang it. Okay. Because, yeah, it says their Discord name is this Svid. How do I add friends? Is that it? Svid 400. Is this how it works? 400 hashtag 5370. Didn't work. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, okay, well, that worked. Can I just find them like that? Message requests. How do I make one of these? There I was. What is this? Oh, hang on. Svid accepted. Okay. All right. We're good. I found them on Discord. Wait, we're fixing it. All right. I can just ramble for like 2 minutes while we give them time. Yeah, so in case you didn't notice, because I was in the little camera thing there, it's Movember, guys. It's Movember, which means every single dollar we earn, well, not we, I earned, you guys, it'd be weird if we earned it. I guess we could share. But yeah, all the ad revenue, everything earned from subs, bits donated, ads from YouTube as well. I donate everything that I get back to the Movember charity. So we're calling it Gotta Stash 'em All. So if you are interested in it, I believe I set this up, right? If I do that, does it, if I spell right, maybe. Hang on. One more time. All right, I'm going to check something real quick. But yeah, we should be able to do that, and it'll take you through to my Movember page. So if you guys do want to donate directly to the charity, you are more than welcome to. It's all about raising awareness and funds to support men's health, so mental and physical. Obviously, like prostate cancer, it's one of those weird things we don't like to talk about. It's uncomfortable for everybody involved, including the doctor. But it's kind of one of those things we should talk about. It's okay to get checked out. Make sure that your body's all good. You gotta take time. Also, like, if you're not doing great, if you're like in the head, you're down in the dumps a little bit, reach out to somebody, have a conversation. We're all human. We've all got good days. We all got bad days. Doesn't mean you gotta just power through on your own. If you need help, seek it out. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to like a qualified professional. There's a lot of resources available. Okay. Did I not make the command for it though? No, I didn't. Okay. So give me like 12 seconds. Or like 12 and a half seconds. Give me a minute. We'll get this sorted. But for those of you that are subscribed, you might have noticed the badge next to your name has changed. So it's no longer the Triple B logo. Now you got the Movember logo I made for this. All right. Now somebody try to type in Mo. Exclamation Mo. Uppercase, lowercase, one of each. I don't care. Should work. Yes. It's no longer one. No, death like yours is always that. I don't know how you got that. I don't know how you got that. Also, yeah, raffle's on now too. So we've got, it started at 5 code cards right now. If you are subscribed, you do get triple that. But if you win and you're feeling lucky or generous, we can just roll it back and do another one. It'll be doubled. So obviously going 5 to 10 doesn't sound great. But then if you go 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 80, it gets pretty good. All right, I'm just going to double check with Savid. See if he's good to go. I said I'd give him 2 minutes. That was like 5. Getting generous. Christmas is coming. Winter is coming. You know, stuff. Things. They are good to go. I double checked with them, so I'll wait for them to respond. Looks like they did just swap it out for Great Ball. Okay. Did they cut out? No, Ultra Ball's still in there. Beautiful. Okay, well, you know what that means then, guys. We are good to kick it off. We will just double check in case anyone has joined up last minute. Now I feel like, yeah, I'm kind of buying time. No, we're good. 2 new guys have registered, haven't submitted a list yet or checked in. So unfortunately, we are going to kick it off without them. Mr. Mooseman, also your list is in, but you haven't checked in. You registered last week though, so something might have come up. And I feel like everyone else has kind of done it within the last day. Adam, Lazy Snorlax, Totally Chaotic, You're a ha. I don't know. This person, if they're here,
for his love of tequila and sombreros.
We're gonna kick it off though, guys. So I hope everyone is ready and keen to have some fun, getting in on some single prize shenanigans. Apologies for starting a little bit later than normal, but we're buying time. It is what it is. All right, Raspberry already has a win, getting the buy. Cool. And me to MW. Oh yeah, MW. What do you mean? Oh no. Oh yeah. We're buddies, aren't we? Buddies. I like playing games with my buddies. Yeah, it's fine. All right, MW though, you know the deal. If you're here, just mute it. Ideally, minimize so you can hang out and chat. Like I'm always keen to have a chat in chat, but I guess it's awkward because I'm not typing. You don't have to leave, but just don't, stream snipe. I am 90% sure I've got you on here already, though. Back in a bit. Sounds good. Yeah, I got you on here. All right. And yeah, tonight we are playing a deck I have titled Moosin' Around, which you can probably tell I'm not taking it too seriously. So we'll see how this goes. The main attacker in the deck is Ting Lu. 1 fighting energy does 30 damage to the active, and if there's the stadium in play, we can discard it and do 30 damage to the opponent's bench. kind of good. Situational, and obviously gets blocked by Manaphy. We do have Counter Catcher. We do have Dusclops, so like we can knock out Dusclops, go behind on prizes, put 5 pings onto Manaphy, Counter Catcher it into the active Tinglu, knock it out. We're good. We do have Lost City in here as well, so it's like I can knock it out with Lost City in play and just be like, you're not coming back. Yeah, no, I'm keen. Very keen to see how it goes. Also running Grant in the deck, so theoretically we could go... Oh, it doesn't work. I was going to be like, oh yeah, the math gets it. No, it doesn't. Like Grant and Tinglu, we still just do 60 or 10 off getting the Manaphy. And I did cut Halucha. I had Halucha in here originally, but I was like, it's very situational. Manaphy? What's that? You don't believe Manaphy? You don't believe Manaphy? What? Hang on. Where's my emotes? This dude. Oh. Manaphy. He's got the goalie gear on, man. He's protecting the bench. Which is not what goalies do, but... Yay, sports. Anyone watch the NHL? You guys follow that? Any Jets fans? If you are, you get some brownie points. Just saying. Not giving you a whole brownie, but I'll give you a point of it. One corner. All right. We have a 1-1 Bidoof Bibarel line in the deck. We have somehow opened with it in our hand and with it as our only basic, and no outs to other basics or draw supporters or any of that stuff. Cool beans. It's exactly how the deck is meant to function. No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm genuinely to the point though of like, do I just Earthen Vessel? No, I don't think we do. Feels like a waste. I Earthen Vessel, I get into more energy. It's cards that I can't get out of my hand to Bibarel. What's MW running? Is he just running the Arcanine as the attacker? Oh, also I gotta check in. That could have been awkward. Yeah, they've got the Arcanine, they've got Frostlass, Monkey Tori, Bibarel, Cleffa, Snorlax, Basculin, Emolga. Okay. Scary deck. And they're established already. Danger. I'm gonna get bodied, I think, guys. And like the annoying thing is I can't even burn the switch. I was like, are they gonna Iono me? That would be very appreciated. They already supported? They did, they read it. Okay. Okay. We found him. We found the Tingers. We found a Ting. I feel like I saved that for a Monkey. I don't know that I need Canceling Cologne for this matchup. Is he running Manaphy? No Manaphy. We're good. But it's also like I could burn that card, right? Get rid of this because I run extra copies. Just grab one of you. Show me a stadium. Oh, thank you. I feel like I guessed that up. Oh, I could guess that up and get a prize. That's actually pretty funny. And I get rid of this so they don't even get a thing after. Nice, because he'd be protected on the bench. He's not protected in the active, and he is weak against us. Tinglu. Oh, that felt kind of dirty. Lil Tone, should you have Dusclops? Should I have kept the Dusclops? Yeah, probably. Like in hindsight. I ditched it just knowing that I run 2 copies of Dusclops. I only run 1 copy of Dust Noir. But yeah, hindsight, could have kept the Clops. Forward sight, I knew they were holding Iono, so whatever I'm holding would have been gone anyways. So that's kind of fine. Dangerous thing here, though, I did make them stronger. Do they have dark energy? Do I need to be concerned? Because they're going to do what, 120? They've already supported for turn, so I'm not stressed about Grant. It's if they can get into a dark energy, move 2 damage counters up onto Tinglu, hit me. Concerns. Getting a second Tinglu probably would have been a safer call. Getting the Dust Call meant that if I can get into a Dusclops, I could theoretically have taken out a Growlithe from their bench. Cool. We tank the hit. I do this. Ping 10 onto him. 2 hits from Tinglu. He goes down. Ping 10 onto him just to fix up numbers, or ping 10 onto him so he can't fully heal? I don't need this. I do need a space for another Tinglu. I don't need the Gape Jaw down while my guys are going down because it just fixes up numbers for them. Let's do this. Ping ping. And I think it's just research. Losing the energy, obviously less than ideal. We haven't discarded any yet though, so like we're kind of fine. Get that. I do this, we're on equal prizes. I could put him to 60, gets a knockout, then they just have these 2 in play. And that, I guess. That gets me, what, 3? Not bad. I will attach this here, though, just so I have a pivot. Pivot in a pinch. Just putting 50 on him gets me to what? Not a KO. Yeah, it's fine then. We found a monkey, though. That's cool. Doesn't really help me in this situation, but... Raspberry, just saying, but if they don't have a dark energy, you have a large chance to win. They have one, so we're a little bit in a tricky spot. So they knock out the Tinglu here. I think I just promote Halucha. Right? Nothing else survives him, do they? Resistant to fighting. He's doing 120. Yeah, so he's doing just enough to kill this. Yeah, I'll just promote that. Roxanne's annoying, but we do have Bibarel. Alpad's cool too. How much health do they have? 70? Pretty annoying that the... oh, get out of here. No. Okay. Yeah, fair. Because it's like I could go for the Devo TM. Takes out the one on the bench. Knock this out. Ping this. Take that out. Take that out. Alpad back in. What have we got? Research boss. Probably just a research. I mostly just want to get back into a hand. Yeah, we go Devo. We take both these out. I don't believe they have a way to attack with Monkey Dory in their deck. We have just given them the Arcanines back, though, so this immediately evolves up and can attack. I just need a way to take one prize. This is tricky. Raspberry, you would have a 3-prize turn? Where do I have a 3-prize turn? Smart move would have been to Dusclop the little dog, Countercatcher to Monkey, then Moose. I don't have a Moose, and Countercatcher wasn't online. Double monkey. That's concerning. Morty's for one. We are in a tough spot here, though. I don't know that we can come back from it, I'll be honest. Like, the only way we come back from this is if he moves the damage counters off the Monkey Dory entirely, and then he's only doing 30 damage with Arcanine. Yeah, which there's not really a reason they would want to do that. I think they get it. I don't see a way that we come out of this game. Dang. Blueberry, you had to cure him to start and then bricked. Sorry to hear that, man. It happens. It happens. Them having that counter catcher into the big roll is absolutely dirty. I love it. Put me in a really bad position, though. They've got counter catcher again. Okay, so counter catcher up the Emolga. I've got Duskull in the active. No energy on it to retreat. Not that the Emolga was actually a threat in any way, shape, or form, but good call not moving all the damage. They do need some damage on their board, or else this would effectively be invincible into Arcanine. Yeah. Do I run Rare Candy? No, I didn't put Rare Candy in here. The Dusknoir isn't like massive. It's kind of one of those things of I can control my bench until I'm ready to knock one of them out. So it's like, okay, like manually evolve up. If I want to go for the Dusknoir for like a big thing, I can. I'm not like, it's not a linchpin situation of the deck. It's an accessory in the deck. It's not the main focus of it. You didn't lose. They didn't beat me. I lost. Oh, that catcher play though. Just like, give me that big roll. Like, yeah, it's downhill now. That was a game. That was cool. I like that matchup. That was really cool. But yeah, as soon as you had like counter catcher for the bits, like, shit. I could not find a draw supporter to save my life that game. The Roxanne catcher play, yeah. And like, that's a big play, man. Like, put you down to a 2-card hand and kill your draw support. All right. Okay. Taking out the 2 snow runs, though, that was pretty cool. Because I'm like, all right, those are gone. You don't really have a way to charge up damage counters onto your own bench. But there was that 30 damage on the Monkey Dory. I'm like, well, that's going to bite me. Because then it was just like Arcanine's always online. You're just never moving the counters off the Monkey Dory. And then when I saw you proc the Monkey Dory at the end there, I'm like, he's not going to move those onto the Duskull, is he? Because like if you moved all 3 off of it, the Duskull has a resistance into our Arcanine, and it just would have been like, well, you can't kill me. I have time to set up. No, that was good. That was really well played, bud. All right, so that one goes to MW. And how are the other matches going? Still quite a bit of time. Got what, 15 minutes left? All right, Food King has gone into the tournament as well, a little bit late, so they lose the first round, but kind of balances out against Raspberry's win from the bye. So we like that. Does mean we will have 6 tables moving forward. Good, very good to see. MW gets the win Hang on. Switch to this screen. Makes it a little easier for you guys. MW taking the win against Triple. Savid beating Amir. And then we've got Manuel and Squirrel still playing. Urban Nomad into Vesath. 9egg into Dudsta. Yeah, very keen to see how those ones turn out. Not sure if Dudsta is streaming their matches. Might just take a look in the Discord, see what we've got. MW, you can actually play Top Cut this time too. You don't have to anywhere to be. Ooh. Let's see if you can get there, man. I believe in you. Not like crazy high turnout this week. So like odds of getting to the Top Cut, you're looking pretty good. It's a strong start. 2-1-1 should definitely be safe into Top Cut. So just keep doing what you're doing. You'll have no issue. Is anyone streaming there? Mike Wilson. Who's Mike Wilson? Oh, that's you. You're at, oh, okay. You were streaming. I see. I see what you're doing. All right. Any other matches concluded? None yet. But yeah, how's everyone going with the tournament? And for those of you that are just watching, what do you think of the format? Like, have you tried it before? Or are you just kind of like, I just like catching the games. I like this Canadian and koala country. It's a good vibe. Always keen to hear about stuff like that. Like, I know Deathlike doesn't even play Pokemon anymore. They're like, I just like hanging out with Triple. Warfare is getting a boy band. Wasn't on your 2024 bingo card, and you still can't believe this is a real thing. I'm sorry, what? Deathlike, what? Oh. Blueberry, the format is fine, but you don't like its current state right now. Dustmar is not healthy. Dustmar's fine. Honestly, Dustmar's fine. And it's literally, it's what, next set we get Gastrodon, so if you're concerned about Dustmar, Gastrodon comes out and you're good. I feel like for this format, Dustmar is genuinely fine. Going down a prize in a single prize format, it's pretty punishing. And like, there's obviously decks that can kind of capitalize on that, like Lost Box being able to combo Dustmar with Sableye pings, Spread being able to combo Dustmar just to like deal with mana fees and stuff. So there is decks where it's a little bit more threatening, but I don't think it's broken in any way, shape, or form. MW, you'll just put yourself in there for later or if needed. Only question though is, can anyone jump in the voice channel to view the game, or is it set to 1? I believe it's open to anybody can just pop in and watch it. Yeah. I don't know if when you're in there, you can set who can see it, but no, it is just kind of like open. Why, is there ways to set it that like only one person can go on? Like, can I set it so that only I can see it and like stream your guys streaming? Is that what you're asking? If that's a thing, you let me know and I can look into how to do it. I will just openly admit I am shit at Discord. Mr. Dog, you enjoyed it? Nice. Love to hear. Are you playing in that tournament, Mr. Dog? Scaly Dirge is going to make an impact on the format. Man, Scaly Dirge is going to be a beast in this format. It's like single prize Palkia. There's so many single prize cards coming out in Surging Sparks that are going to make an impact. Coffer Grigus. Scary. Azelf and Uxie. Good stuff. Scaly Dirge, Gastrodon. I feel like there's some other ones in there that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but no, there's some cool stuff. Even like Rotom for control decks could be interesting. There it was. You just want a good single prize deck. Azumarill can't come soon enough. Azumarill is pretty cool because it's what, 240 if you have like a Terra Pokemon in play, something like that. Dustmar is in the active, 130 to Gastrodon. Yeah, there's ways around it. Or just knock out Gastrodon. You can get around it. It's not like a perfect counter, and it wouldn't be good if there was a perfect counter. Just be like, oh, you run this thing, I run this thing, I win. It's like, no, that's stupid. Like, you need to have interactive gameplay, and that's where it is good. Like the fact that you force your opponents who find a way to get their Dustmar in the active and want to be in a position where they are okay having it in the active. Because if it's like in this format, there's not a lot of switch cards, right? So if you're having to hard retreat, you're losing your energies that you've attached for turn. Nice. How you going, man? How are you going? Sorry, we're on a rant about ghosts and gastro. But I like the Gastrodon, not, you know, the fleshing you out. Well, that's an image in your head now, I guess. Yeah, how's your stream going, Vice? I saw you're playing Bazaar or something. What's that? I didn't pop in. I normally pop in and like lurk for a bit while I'm like getting stuff done around the house, but I did not have time tonight. I was kind of doing some last minute things. X Factor, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Cyber Ghost, default raid message, default raid message, default raid message. What? No way. You think that of me, Cyber Ghost? Oh my god, I'm so bashful. I'm just so flattered. Oh man, Cyber Ghost, genuinely, your words are so touching. Thank you. How are you, Cyber Ghost? How was the stream? Vice Bazaar is a card drafting game, a lot like Backpack Battles. I don't know what that is either, so I'm gonna have to check out your VOD after, man. Is it on Steam? Is it expensive, or is it like a $5 game I can pick up? I'm always down for new TCGs, and not Pocket. I played a bit of Pocket. It's okay. I visited New Zealand for a while. It's an auto battler, like TFT. What's TFT? Like auto chess? I know auto chess. Battleground. I play a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. That is like my cozy on the couch game on Bash That Woo background noise Netflix. It's currently not free to play, but it will be. Oh, cool. Like auto chess. All right, let's suss it out. I'll look into that. Yeah, how you going, Vice? Vice, you doing the Mo? Yeah? You want to get in on the Gotta Stash 'em All campaign? Also, Tinkerbee, welcome to the Goom. That Gooma's got a cookie. Here, I dunked it. That's cookie flavored. That's how drinks work. Yep, physics. Hearthstone Battlegrounds is a good comparison. Okay, if it's like Hearthstone, I am keen. Very keen. Does one of you mind DMing me that? Just say, hey, Triple, go download Bazaar after stream. Don't be a Goomba. You can only use one finger when you're typing. I'll know if you did. If you use... It just reads different, guys. Yeah. But no, honestly, keen for that. That's 1K followers now. I think we hit that last week, didn't we? Or does... Oh, maybe I annoyed somebody and they left. You're gonna make a music channel in Discord. Are you, Deathlight? All right. Just like music recommendations? I think we've got that for like shows. Yeah, put it in that channel. That's fine. Just be like shows and then underneath music. You're off to dinner? Cheers, man. Enjoy your dinner. Have a great weekend. And yeah, if you're keen to get in on the Gotta Stash 'em All, let me know. Because all month long, I'm donating all proceeds from YouTube and Twitch over to the Gotta Stash 'em All campaign just to raise awareness for men's health and funds for men's health. Obviously not asking you to do the same, but like if you want to get involved, let me know. You can join the team and then just like grow a mo. We like slinging cardboard and look handsome as hell doing it. Yeah. Also like super duper modest. Like one of the most modest people you might ever meet. Brian Adam, hang on. Are you lying in bed just like Brian Adam did? Are you the Brian Adam? Canadian superstar? Every time you look at you and your mustache holding a cup is very small. Thanks, man. And yeah, you did reach at 1K last week? Ah, Brian, I think we pissed somebody off then because we went under it apparently. I don't know. I'm just living my best life. People don't agree with that. Fair enough. They're entitled to their opinion. But we hit it again, so that's cool. 2 weeks in a row, we hit 1,000. That's sick. You're that Brian Adams. You're in heaven. Man. I knew today was too good to be true. Dang it, guys. I think I died somewhere along the way. Shucks. Thought I did a good job shaving. I guess not gonna finish that thought process. Anyhow. How are we looking for the matches? Everyone's games are concluded. Nice. We got 4 minutes to spare. We kick off early? I feel like we kick off early. Most people are in stream, right? They'll know that we're starting early. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's kick off early or we take a quick break? We could take a quick break. Nah, we kick off early. All you guys just came by from Vice's stream. And like, I didn't even give you the whole spiel about, oh, this and that. I just went straight into talking about Brian Adams and how handsome Vice and I both are. Like, he's got me beat. I can own that. But like, 9.8 out of 10 and like 9.7642891. It's like very close. Whoa. It's very close. Can't even round. It's that close. But yeah, for everyone coming by from Vice's stream, if you haven't been around before, Triple B TCG, as you probably seen by the sign here, and we do have the Goomba gang, as you can see from the Goomba here. Whoa, thumb go a little bit further. There we go, this guy. So if you hit that follow button, you get your own custom little Goomba that pops up. So that's really neat. Tonight we are doing the budget build battle format, though. So effectively just made my own format for the TCG, sort of similar to the theme deck format we used to have for PTCGO, but bringing it back and making it so you can make your own deck, so it's less limited. So no rule box cards, Ace Specs, Radiants, EXs, Vs, none of them. And there is a limitation in your deck building that you can only have 2 copies of a card that have the same name. Exceptions being basic energy, have as many of those as you want, and basic Pokemon. If it evolves, you can have extra copies. So if it evolves into a stage 1 that's in your deck, 1 extra copy of the basics allowed. Into a stage 2, you can have 2 extra copies of the basic, just to kind of help out with consistency. And so we're not seeing just like big basic decks dominating the format, like everyone just running Lost Box or Okie Dokie or something else words. Yeah. Nailed it. Yeah, so if you guys want to join in, we do have late check-in open. You can type !3B, gives you a little spiel about the tournament, and if you type !3B tourney, it'll even flick you a direct message on Twitch so that you can go sign up for yourself. We will give you guys like, I don't know, a minute? We got 2 minutes till the next round starts, so if you want to get in on it, you're welcome to sign up. You will take or loss for round 1, but it's a pretty casual format, so just get some games in, have some fun, get in on the single prize shenanigans. No V and EX cards. I know. What? Single prize only, Brian. Single prize only. It's crazy. No Raging Bolts, no Ogre Ponts, no Charizards. Oh my. Well, actually, there's Dragapult single prize that's really cool. You like yeet Dreepies at people's benches. It's cool. There's a Charizard that doubles the value of your fire energy, which is also really good. I've played both those and won. I think I won both times with them. So like they're legit. So Charizard and Dragapult are still top tier decks, just not how you know them to be. Ogrepon, I think we've seen someone run Ogrepon. I want to say 9egg had it, and I saw it and was like, that's actually a kind of a legit card. I don't remember off the top of my head what it does. I feel like it scales up based on bench Pokemon, like based on your opponent's bench Pokemon. X Factor, hang on, you're getting in? All right, do it, man. And like, you can always just grab a list from a previous week's tournament. Like, it's not like you need to build something from scratch right now. Just be like, this looks fun. I'm going to play this. Grab it, post it. Good to go. On that, then we will wait like 2 more minutes. I'm going to check it on a quick ad break so that once we get into the gameplay, you guys aren't getting any of that. And that, so once we get into the gameplay, I don't have to go to the bathroom because Raspberry's making me, I guess, chug a glass of water. Are you doing any more? You get up to 6, I'll chug. Do you, Raspberry? You got 2 more? 9egg, no Lugia? No Lugia! Bellsprout, though. I don't know who would be so crazy to build a Bellsprout deck. You have any ideas, 9egg? You got any ideas? Nah? Okay, I'll still check it. I'm going to take a bathroom break, so like we'll smash this back. Gives you guys a second to sign up if you'd like, and me a second to, grab some more water and go to the bathroom. Do that as well. Hydrate. Take care of yourselves, guys. We're back. We're back early. Oh my god. So speedy. I think it's because Bryan Adams is here. It's like not every day that you have a celebrity come back from the dead for you. Very exciting stuff. Okay, we are pairing the next round though, guys. Apologies, we were a little bit late to get this one started. Now we are back to having a bye. So I guess we have two people signed up. So we've got Dudsta into Manuel. Good luck. That'll actually be a hell of a matchup. Good luck in that one. Raspberry into MW, Urban Nomad into Savid, Mr. Mooseman into the man running the moose, X Factor into Food King, Squirrel into 9egg, and then Amir is gotten a bye. They are on 1-1-0 now. Nice, congrats. What are they running? Conkelder, Bibberol, Brute Bonnet, Cloth. Oh my. Ooh, that's spicy. Ah, he thinks that's cool. I think he's cool. 9egg Bellsprout rules. Bellsprout's pretty neat. Mr. First round because he didn't wake up in time. Ah. Yeah, they slept in. I'm guessing they're probably in like North America. All right, are we seeing the Moose Man yet? We aren't seeing the Moose Man yet. Not just yet. Blueberry, a buy is not good for you though. Ah, buy's fine. Buy's fine. It's still a point. Point's a point. It's not like a super valuable point, but a point's a point. You take those. We're friends already. Where's Mooseman? Why is it saying we're friends and he's not showing up? I thought they fixed that. Mooseman, are you hiding from me? Where's the Mooseman? Oh, there he is. I found him, guys. Very excited. Buy's no good though. You lose by resistance. Just win by points. Yeah, you got this. You got this, man. But yeah, if you ended on like 2-1-1 and it came down to the wire, potentially. We don't have like a crazy high turnout tonight, so you should be okay. Just huff, puff, kick some butt. You'll be fine. Yeah, don't puss. Don't do that. Also, I gotta say, this song is a jam. I like it. Such a vibe. All right, Mooseman's starting off. All right. A little bit concerned because they are running the Petch. We'll open a Molga. We've got Free Retreat. Gives me some options to kind of bounce around. Also going to double check their list. Are they running Manaphy? They are not running Manaphy, so we do get to have a bit of a field day. Obviously concerning if they have Doof on the bench, it gets protected, but we might be able to do the same play where we gust it up into the active and take a KO. Nah, Blueberry, just win. Just play well and win that way. You'll be fine. All right, seeing a boss and a town store going down. Like, you could have put the town store down, then I can use my moose. Yeah. Moose. Moose is good. Moose and squirrel. I'm just cluing to... that we have built a Rocky and Bullwinkle deck. The Moose and Squirrel. I don't think we use a Halucha here. I feel like we... It's just one of those things of like, do I use this hoping to get into a stadium? Also, am I comfortable using Iono here? Like, guaranteed hit both or hit this? First turn Iono is just not great. Well, I did fund the stadium at least. But at what cost? Brian Adam, you search the decks, no EX or V cards, and join one of your tournaments next time. Sounds good, man. Ready up some decks for each type of the tournaments? Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Love it. We do have one tomorrow. So first Friday of every month for North America. Sivio from YouTube. How you going, man? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Brian, we do every Friday for Australian Central Time. We have a tournament. And then the first Friday of every month for like North America, we host one too. So we do have that tomorrow if you are keen. I feel like I just gust this up into the active and then I just mess his bench up. Right? Because like I don't think they're going to have a lot of switch cards. Could go for Grant, hit this for 60. Obviously just concerning if they can get into that, we'd be in a bit of a tight spot. But at the same time, if they can't evolve, we're kind of fine. Because what do they need here? They need Ancient Boost Capsule and they need Conkeldurr. Which I guess technically like an Arven could get them into that, right? Arven for Ultra Ball and Ancient Boost Capsule. Ultra Ball for Conkeldurr. Bonk. Concerning. Aw, nobody got the Whalemore. Dang. Okay, so they do have the Conkeldurr. They've got the Cloth. They've got DTE for the Cloth. No switch out though. Like, do I just Roseanne here or do I Grant? I could Grant and hit him for 60 again, puts him to 150, 30 on this at any point, takes him out. Or I Gust and start messing with their other guys. I feel like we just Grant. I don't think we're going to need Canceling Cologne for this matchup. Get rid of Canceling Cologne. Countercatcher might come up if he takes KO here. Roxanne's a far way off. I feel like we can get rid of Roxanne. Roseanne's backup I might actually use. Right, just to like get a stadium back in, theoretically get the Tinglu back in. Next turn we're likely just going for Judge, but probably should have got rid of the Roxanne. Or Roseanne. Roseanne likely comes up less than Roxanne. Charge this up as a theoretical backup attacker? I don't hate it. I don't think we're going to be getting Monkey Dory online. Like, we don't really have damage counters on our bench. And right now I'm kind of just taking my time in that I don't want to give them a new hand. Right, like if I can deal with this, they're in a tough spot. That's good. That's good. Buddy, buddy. I don't think I need. It'll just literally just nest ball to get another Tinglu. Oh, plus I can't. Get another Duskull. Buddy, buddy. I don't need any of these. That's fine. Okay, well, next turn I should get a double KO. If I can get into a stadium and this survives, of course, but it's like, knock this out, hit that off the bench. Mr. Dog, their deck would be better if Spicy Curry was still legal. Yeah. And like Spicy Curry was kind of a weird one, because didn't it come out in F block, but it was an E block card? Very strange. Have I tried the new Pokemon TCG game? Are we talking about Pocket? I have. Mixed feelings on it. I think it's a fine game for a different crowd. Like if you play competitive Pokemon, I don't really know that you care about Pocket. But if you just kind of want like a quick game to hop into, I think Pocket's fine. How much does Cloth do? 190. He'd be taking a KO into us. If I put this on and I go up to 240, this does 250. So theoretically that one shots and takes 2 prizes, but it does keep us out of range for that. Don't know that we need it. I don't hate it. I'm not going to play it. The like liability it opens up. It's not really worth it. We Ultra Ball, we get a Dusclops out. Don't think we need this. Ooh, we don't get a Dusclops. We get a Bibarel. Probably get rid of that. Actually, we probably get rid of that. Like this, I can recover. It's like, yeah, Counter Catcher's not coming online though. Let's be real. What's in the bin right now? Just that Lucha. It's like, do I sack anything for Grant to thin the hand? And then Bibs? Or we just Bibs for 1? We just Bibs for 1. That's fine. Not having the stadium isn't the end of the world. We've taken out their way to get the status condition out. We find the other Tinglu at least. That's a win. Okay, Cloth coming out. I appreciate that. Is it Japanese promo, you think, Mr. Dog? Okay. That would explain it. We boss this active. We bump their stadium. But yeah, we take that out. We soften that up. I think we just kind of snowball from here. You did have a mixed feeling about it, especially with its 4 Pokemon availability in play, but you guess it's a Pock version. No, like that I'm kind of fine with, I'll be honest. Like the smaller deck, the smaller like counts of cards, the bench, it's fine. It's just meant to be a faster game. It just feels very simplified. Yeah, they had ancient boosters in there, just couldn't find it. I'm guessing couldn't find the Arvin. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so they're saying they prized both boost capsules at times. All right, we'll see how the rest of the matches are going. So we've got Urban Nomad into Savid still happening. X Factor into Food King. Squirrel into 9 Egg. Okay, nice. And Raspberry's taking down MW. Manuel's taking down Dudsta. Manuel 2-0. Ooh, running hot. Like it. Who would win, Mr. Krabs or a Silly Moose? Well, I don't know. The Moose got that one, but it depends. Are we talking best of 1 or best of 3, Raz? You guess it's fine if you think about it. Yeah, like it's a faster way to play the game, and like that I can get behind, because like if you play a game of PTCGL, like if you're on the bus or something, you just want, hey, a quick game that I can resolve within 5 minutes. Pocket's got you covered. If you're trying to play PTCGL, there's games that'll go on for like 40 minutes. Like if you play and pair into block lax, you're gonna be there a while. So Pocket's just kind of one of those things of like, your deck has 1, maybe 2 directions you can take it, do the thing, try and do the thing before your opponent does the thing. Good. Which PTCGL to a degree is kind of that, but you do have a bit more of that back and forth in some of the matchups. So I'm all for having a faster game mode. I just wish that they made it a secondary thing within PTCGL. Like I wish that we could go to the main screen here, and in these tabs at the top, they just added another one. That's what I want. Which I'm realizing you guys can't see because we've got that thing at the top. But how it's like ranked, casual, make one for Pocket, make one for pre-release, one for GLC, have secondary game modes. There's no reason they can't do that, right? Like look at Hearthstone. Hearthstone has standard. They've got wild. They've got battlegrounds. They've got duels. They've got tavern brawl. Multiple ways to play the game within one game of varying speeds and complexity, and like single player and multiplayer. And they have events. PTCGL is like, they release the new sets, and that's great. When the new set releases though, if I've gone to a pre-release, I get a pre-release code card. I should be able to come home, scan that in. It gives me a pre-release deck that I can play in an exclusive game mode on PTCGL. It not only encourages people to go to pre-release events, right? Because then it's like, oh, you want to play this thing in PTCGL? Go to this. And then you can like get cards a little bit early, experiment with stuff. And then it also introduces a draft format into PTCGL. Like that code card would give you the promo pack and 4 booster packs. And it's like, you can only use those to build this deck. You'd be able to scan in like additional code cards, get early packs, but it's like each of those is kind of locked that it's like, this is your kit for that. Like build a deck just with these. That'd be really cool. Like honestly, I wish they had some sort of draft format in PTCGL. And then yeah, Pocket is a secondary thing. So like if you want to play just a quick match, hop in, play Pocket. Introduces a secondary sub game within the game. Making it a competing app, I feel like it's going to confuse a lot of people. Because there'll be people that start playing Pocket, think that's actual Pokemon cards, go and try and buy packs to get those cards, find out that some of them aren't real, and some of them are drastically different than what they say. Like there's detention gas wheezing, but it's like a dark type in Pocket when it was a psychic type in the actual trading card game, and did very different things. So I don't know. It's weird. I'm not against the game in any way. It's not for me, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be for everybody. I played a couple matches and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'll probably continue dipping my toes into it, but I'm not gonna like start streaming it or anything like that. Raspberry, your opponent's buddy froze their game and they had to concede. Are they playing in the tournament tonight? Yeah, if that happened, like it's unfortunate, but there's not much we can do. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Pocket's fine. That's my rant about Pocket. All right, and yeah, we've still got Savid, Nomad, X Factor into Food King, and Squirrel into 9 Eggs still going. Couple matches. MW, don't like the Pocket format, but the game itself is light years ahead of live. Yeah, like you can disconnect from a game and reconnect to it. You can view your collection in like some pretty interesting ways. The pack opening sequence, I like it, but I kind of hate it at the same time. I don't know. It only lets me open 1 pack at a time. I can see there's a way to open like 10. I'm not sure if you can only do that if you pay for them. But like the fact that it like goes to my collection, makes me look through all the cards. I'm like, no, I want to be able to just do this quickly, like rip through 5, move on kind of thing. It's like that I feel like could be worked on, but at the same time, I think it is more geared towards people that do breaks and collectors and stuff where they want to be able to just look at all the cards. So yeah, it's fine. Like that aspect's not for me, but there's a market for it. Death, like some men just want to watch the world burn. Yes, Death, like we all know about your hobbies. Gasoline and tire fires are fun. I know. MW, your game bugged and left you. Ooh. Okay. I can respect the joke. I don't think I can read that one. Hey, Bluefish. How you going, buddy? How's your Friday? How you been? Genuinely. Seeing Bluefish pop up in the chat is always a highlight. How you been, man? How have you been? Doing great. Love to hear it. Do you get up to anything for Halloween, Bluefish? Actually, do any of you guys get up to anything for Halloween? Do you guys get like trick-or-treaters or anything? It's like in Australia, it's not a big thing. It's kind of becoming a thing. Like people door knock you as long as you have decorations out. So we made 2 jack-o'-lanterns, put them out, and we got I think 5 kids came by. It's fine. We ordered in takeout, had some candy, just like waiting for the kids, and it was like, all right, well, if they don't come, like I'll eat the candy. And they did. And my partner's like, no, like give them a big handful. Like we don't want a bunch left over. And it's like, no, I don't mind there being leftover candy. This is fine. Mr. Dog, you played a pocket tournament. Oh, that's different. How'd that go for you? Bluefish, doing great. You're playing some pocket. Nice. What are your thoughts on pocket, Bluefish? Were you here for my rant about it? If you were, I'll hold my thoughts. I don't need to repeat it, but yeah, you were. You like pocket? Brian Adams, here in the Philippines, you don't have them, but we did have some kids trick-or-treating. Oh, cool. So you guess it's also going to be a thing now. Yeah, like it's kind of slowly catching on here. Came in second, bricked in the finals. Snap feels better to play. I like Snap. Marvel Snap's cool. You know what game I really miss and I wish caught on more and that they brought back? Pokemon Duels. Did any of you guys play that? It was kind of like this weird pseudo chess coin flip fight game of Pokemon. Like you had pieces on a board and you would maneuver them around, and if you managed to have your guys surround one of your opponent's pieces, you could be able to knock them out. So if your opponent had like really strong guys, it was like, well, you just need to play strategically or play like fast guys, go around them, surround their pieces, take them out that way. But you also had the like combat mechanic where it's like you could go in for fights and it would spin a dial, and like where it landed decided the attack that it did. It was so cool. Dandek 22, welcome to the Goomba game. That's a good Goomba. That's an old school Goomba. Oh, Dan, I like you. You're cool. You got green shoes. Green shoes Goomba. That's good Goomba. That game was sick. Man, it was so good. I didn't find out until like, I was going to say 6 months ago, but I feel like it's been a year now because it was when I was still riding the bus, and I've had a car for a year now. So at least a year ago, they actually made those as like figures. Like you could play it as a physical game. And I was like, why didn't I know this was a thing? I would have bought that. And now they're all very expensive. And of course they have the Johto Beasts. So I'm like, I kind of want them because branding, but I kind of don't because my wallet would cry. But like they're neat. They're really cool. Deathlike, you played it? What did you think of the game, Deathlike? I wish there was a way to still play it. Maybe there's like APKs or something out there. But I feel like the servers would just be broken. You wouldn't actually be able to play it. Played it IRL. They brought out the coins in the early 2000s. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I knew about that game when it was a thing. I want to play it. I want to play that again. Or make it a Switch game. Make it like a standalone game that if your server's shut down, I'm not just out of a game. That's always the worst. All right, we've got one more match waiting to resolve. Sure, they're getting pretty close. 6 minutes left in the round. What deck did you play in the pocket tournament, though, Mr. Dog? Like, is there a kind of defined meta in pocket, or is it kind of just like everything's okay? Because the deck I'm running, I haven't really gotten any good pulls. So I've got like a 2/2/2 Greninja line. And I'm like, yeah, it seems fine. Like he puts pings. And then I have to pull like a 2/1 Starmie EX line. So I'm running that as like a free retreater. And Braxish, which is like if they're damaged, it does a bit more damage. Starmie Articuno. Ooh, that's neat. There is most definitely a meta. Mewtwo / Guardy is like the best deck. Nice. Yeah, I haven't got either of those. I have like Executor EX. I think I pulled one Marowak EX, and I'm like, it seems fine, but I don't have any Cubones. So it's just one of those weird things of like, oh, I can't actually do anything with these. And crafting things in that game is kind of expensive. I think Starmie, Pikachu, and Mewtwo are the best decks. What do you pair Starmie with? Like Starmie and Articuno, like that's the deck? Because I've seen there's like a Misty card to help accelerate out energy. I don't know how to get it. I don't know if it's like you pack it or you have to build it. Because like Professor's Research, you craft. And I was like, well, it's like, are all the trainers there? And it's like, doesn't seem like it. You would have thought that Articuno Misty would have been the best deck. That'd be pretty cool. Because Articuno does bench damage, yeah? You're having ChatGPT make your cards and you don't have any. But you can go into ChatGPT and be like, make me a Pokemon Pocket deck? Also seen Starmie paired with Greninja and Frostmoth. Ooh, 2 Articuno, 18 trainer. Deck is peak. That's nuts. So it's just like guaranteed to open it every game. Pocket is personally like, and you play TCG competitively. Only complaint is Mewtwo Guardy, just because it one-shots everything and can keep one-shotting turn after turn. I guess so, but you also have to get a stage 2 set up, and there's not rare candy in that game, right? Like, it takes a while. You have to find all of your Pokemon. I can kind of respect that. There it was. You did try that yesterday for deck suggestions, but it didn't give you lists. Icky had no EX and V cards deck, and it was so funny. Every import you did have none of it. Oh, like it actually makes you a deck. That's funny. You can just like hop on Limitless from one of the previous weeks. You can find the list there, or just try building something from scratch. Like, is there a Pokemon you have in mind you kind of want to build a deck around, Brian? Or like, do you have a favorite and you're like, hey, is there any of these cards that are good? Like, let me know. I'm happy to kind of just like spitball ideas. And there's always people in the Discord that are happy to help build lists. Trying to chat GPT a deck list. That's pretty funny. I didn't think it'd actually know the cards. But I guess, yeah, it just kind of scours the internet for stuff. There was wonder if ChatGPT could make a bunch of build battle format decks. Well, that's what Brian's trying right now. Apparently it does. He just doesn't have the cards. Bluefish, am I trying the Pikachu or Hydreigon first? I'm kind of leaning towards the Hydreigon. I'll be honest. Also because I feel like I would actually buy that card. I don't know that I would buy Pikachu. Like for playing the cards, like the physical card game, I haven't been doing it as much just because obviously like streaming, editing, it takes up a lot of time and then having a life on top of that. So it's pretty rare to actually rock up to events. And like Pikachu seems fun. Like it seems fine. It'd be good. It would set up fast, but like Hydreigon, I feel like it's just kind of got that like silly combo aspect to it that I like. I like the decks where it's like, okay, I can kind of adjust my gameplay style to what my opponent's playing, whereas Pikachu is very much just like, I go bonk. Hydreigon's like, well, maybe I'll mill you and take some KOs. Oh, you're in a weird position where you don't have any bench protection and I can take out all your pre-evolutions. I'll win that way. Like the fact that you have a couple options, I like that. Like Rapid Strike Urshifu. Big fan of that deck when it was in rotation. When that left, I was like, dang. Jab, what deck am I playing tonight? I made a Moose deck. We're playing Ting Lu. It is okay. I called it moosing around because I'm taking the tournament very seriously this week. I'm like almost at the best finish limit, and we're 1 month in. So I'm like, okay, I'll play something silly. Brian Adams, I kind of paused there. What do you mean pause there? Like when I was thinking, or did the stream actually stutter? Like the one that can't attack if it's hurt? No, the one that does 30 damage to the active, and if there's a stadium in play, I do 30 damage to everything and ditch the stadium. Thinking? Yeah, I do that. I prefer to just take a pause instead of being like, I don't like that. When I'm watching like a YouTube video or watching a streamer, as soon as they say one of those words, it's like, I'm judging you now. So it's something I'm always trying to be very mindful of when I'm speaking as well. I like using this as like a way to practice my public speaking. So it's something like I kind of listen back to it myself, and it's like, I don't know. If I'm going to, take a second to find my thoughts, just take a second to find my thoughts. I don't want to just fill empty air with a noise. That's my thought process on it, at least. I don't know. Like, I will openly admit, if I'm watching a YouTube video and someone says, I just, like, usually click off pretty quick. It's like, if it happens once, it's kind of like, oh, what are they doing? And if it happens like 2 or 3 more times within like the same sentence or two, I'm out. Grandma, what are you doing here? Are you on vacation? Professional Goomba. Professional friend of the channel. The Mad Lad. The legend. The Golden Goomba himself. Rema, how are you doing? How's Canada treating you? Are you back? You back in Koala Country? You're back in Koala Country. Man, so much has happened while you were away. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for Rema to come back because I get to hear all his exciting stories and I get to tell him all my exciting stories. And then we'll have like, just, I don't know, have a debrief, I guess. What was the favorite part of your trip, man? Still on leave? Oh, respect that. I feel like you need a few days to kind of, 1, catch up on life, and 2, get over jet lag. Like at least 2-3 days to just normalize. Last time I went back home to visit, we took, I think, 6 weeks off. But then, yeah, like 4 days of it was just me being back. And like, nah, I'm not going into work yet. I got to go get my cats. I got to go get groceries. I got to just reestablish to normal life and not being on vacation and being able to just like go to the pub every day. I mean, water the garden. All right. Looks like everyone has concluded their matches and in time. Beautiful. No ties this round. We will kick off the next round. Did somebody drop? Oh, man. Did someone drop? Because we had 7 rounds last time. 2 people dropped. Fazanth dropped and Food King dropped. That's unfortunate. It happens. We don't have any buys now, I guess, is a positive. So Manuel into Raspberry, Amir into Urban Nomad, MW into Dudsta, Triple into Squirrel, X Factor into Savid, and 9 Egg into Mooseman. Squirrel, if you are in chat, welcome to hang out in chat. Just mute, minimize. Try not to stream snipe. It's appreciated. Why? Uh-oh. Matt, you've seen what I'm running. I'm running stupid stuff. It's not even a good day. You'll body me, man. No uh-oh required. 9 Egg. Is that vodka? No, it's water, man. It's water. I don't drink silly sodas on stream. No silly sodas. What are they running, though? Chandelier. Is this one that like makes me draw cards? That's cool. I respect that. I like that. Chandelier, Bibroll, Tatsugiri. Nice. And then just straight up bunch of consistency cards. Nice. Respect that. Respect. All right. I'll catch up on chat in 1 second. Is this them already? Is that Squirrel? It is. Wow. You're speedy. Hang on. No. Where'd they go? Emil. There we go. We'll catch up on chat. I want to hear about Rama's vacation. Back in the country, still on leave. Favorite part was the cruise. It didn't fly back to Oz. Cruise back. What? 34 nights on a cruise from Canada to Australia. That is epic. I think if I ever moved back to Canada, that's how we would go back. Because then it's like, I don't want to put the cats on a plane. I feel like they'd get stressed. But like having them on a boat and like being able to hang out with them in the room, I feel like that's like a happy medium. I didn't realize there was actually one that did the whole trip though. That's epic. I thought we'd have to like go somewhere halfway. Nice. So you guys like stop a lot of places along the way, or was it kind of just like out in the ocean whole time? It's new match this time, sir. Cheers, Raspberry. Are ties common in this format? They can be. I feel like it's mostly just people coming to the tournament for the first time. It ends up going to time just because they're not too sure of like how Limitless works, or there might be some deck list errors and stuff like that. And then we usually give them like 5 extra minutes kind of thing. So like it's not super common, but for people's first tournaments, we'll see 1 or 2 kind of thing, and then they kind of fizzle out. If there's control players, it does happen though, and then it's just kind of like, do you have a way to resolve the game in time? No? Okay. We will move on. Okay, so I can get a Ting Lu out with this. If I can get into a switch, we could bonk. Do I Ultra Ball these away? Ultra Ball these away, get into a doof, up my odds of maybe getting into good stuff. Very risky. I kind of feel like we keep that, ditch that, as weird as that seems. But I still really cannot find a switch for game here. I can't. Okay. Palpad these both back in? Sure. We can do that. I'm at Hawaii and the French Polynesian Kiwi land. Ooh. Actually left from Seattle up to Alaska in Canada the first time. Man, that's epic. That is like one hell of a trip. Very jealous. Love to hear it though. So yeah, we're going to Europe in May and doing a cruise, but it's just like a 7-day one, 6-day one, something like that. I think we're going like Spain to somewhere. My partner's family was going on it one. She's like, "Do you want to go too?" And I'm like, "Sure." So she's very excited for the trip. We've got it planned. Well, she's got it planned, and I'm kind of just along for the ride. So yeah, no, it'll be a good time. What is this? What is happening with my hand? Each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom of their deck. If either player put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, they flip a coin. If heads, that player draws 6. If tails, they draw 3. When did this come out? Twilight Masquerade. Okay. It's a new one to me. I think we just get another ting. Another little ting. Ting or Duskull? Ooh, like Duskull's pretty good too. And I guess Emolga doesn't have the limitation of Tinglu. I might go into have that as a backup for now. All right. If we can get into another stadium, we could break their candles. Everybody knows Moose hates candles. And if you didn't know that, well, you're welcome. You learned something new today. Is it factual? Is it actual? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't make the rules. I just come up with them. Okay? It's fine. Did we just get 6 cards? Thank you. And you got 3? What a silly card. Hang on, where'd you just get back? Okay. Well, they gave me a stadium to bin. So I'm kind of for that. 2 Tatsugiri, they're cultured. They are. Neither of them's blue, though. Thoughts on that? You know? How does that make you feel? Judge required? I don't know. I don't know that I want to judge them here. They're on a 2-card hand and don't have a Bibarel out. Kind of fine taking my time. Like, if anything, does Lana get me anything right now? No. Do this, get this. Do this, get that. I feel like we go for the Duskull. Heavy Ball, find me another Duskull? No, find me a monkey. We've been the other Luminius. He's literally doing nothing for me now. I could go Lana. It kind of feels unnecessary at the moment. We just knock this out. We take out their Litwicks. We almost take out their Tatsus. All they've got going at the moment is Doofs. We're fine. MW2 Tatsugiri makes you feel kind of hungry. There's sushi just sitting right there. Yep, fair. Good card. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna research that hand. Bibberl coming out to play. Nice. Attaching an energy onto the doof so they have the pivot out. Counter catcher. All my guys have one retreat. We're not really in that bad of a spot. Search your deck for 2 item cards revealed and put them into your hand. Like, do I Iono them? What items would they have got? They probably just got like Night Stretcher, right? Night Stretcher, Counter Catcher. I feel like I still just do this though. I lose a lot of draw support doing that though. We can Iono. I literally just need an energy or a switch. Or both. That works too. Go for the Gape Jaw, go for this. Could go for this, but then I'm losing the energy that's going to be my pivot out. For right now, let's just do that. I don't know what they had. Yeah, it's like they put a doof in the active. I hit it for weakness. Bangalood's a bit silly. Like, if you can get the attack off early, Squirrel and Moose is scary. Yeah, if you don't have Mana V, you're going to have a bad time. Good game. Like, the 60 HP on the Litwicks and then not finding outs to your Chandelers. Yeah, that's tough. Bluefish, your rice buddies. No, it's okay, Bluefish. They're my buddies too. They gave me prizes. It's okay. We're friends still. See, your fish actually helped me. They're good fish. 1 fish, Bluefish. I knocked out 2 fish. It's fine. It's fine. Friendship. See? It's okay, man. You getting the Goomba Armada out on me? Really? Wait. Didn't even use the command for it. Dang. Manually input them. What? All right. How are we looking in the standings, though? So we've got Manuel into Raspberry. Both of them are on 2-0. So winner of that is guaranteed into the top 8. I feel like at this point, though, if you're on 2, you're probably fine to make it to top cut. We've only got 12 people currently in it. Top 8. Yeah, you're in a pretty good standing. The Manual Goomba army. Have you guys played the new Mario Party? The fact that they added Goomba back as a playable character, so good. Best game of the year. But yeah, Manuel and Raspberry both on 2-0. I feel like they're pretty much who-ins for top cut. Urban Nomad also likely getting their spot. Amir on 1-1-0, still kind of fighting. Dudsta, MW, Squirrel, Zavid, X Factor also fighting. I'm on 2-1, so like it should be fine. We'll see though. We will see. Bluefish instantly picked Goomba as your first character. He's so good. He's just so goofy. I like, there's one game where you're like running from a boulder and he's just got his mouth like wide open the whole time. Like, okay. I don't know why. They're just the best. These little creatures. This is a work of art. And there's like the Joy-Con control games. I haven't played any of those yet. We just play with the Pro controllers. But like I've seen videos where it's like there's one and he's holding a knife, but he doesn't have hands, so it's just kind of like floating next to him. Like, I need to play that. The sweat on the Goomba. He's working, man. He's used to getting stomped. This is the Goomba that is going the distance. All right. All the other Goombas, they get jumped on by Mario, and this one, he's like, no, you know what? I'm not getting hopped on. I'm going to the party. I've been invited. I'm going to show them why I'm here. And it's like, yeah, you're top tier. That's why you're here. You are the Goomba. It's good stuff. We respect you, Goomba. Oh no, I've got to change around this big brain thing. I need to make it so it follows the camera. Medium brain in that aspect, but yeah. Cheers, legend. How you doing, buddy? The Goomba will own Mario and getting all the stars. Yeah. I feel like if he wins the game and Mario's in the match, there should be like a secret animation where he jumped on Mario. Ooh. Oh, that'd be good. Somebody whose uncle works at Nintendo, tell them to do that. Okay, cool. Good talk. Good talk. Oh, silly, silly, silly. How are we going for these matches, though? We have pretty much everybody still resolving. Mr. Mooseman and my eye are the only ones done their matches. He's all good. 4 more games. 15 more minutes, though. So if someone does want to bash a game, like just for like casual match, this is one of the rare times where I will do a viewer battle. If you want to bash, let me know. The pot has been stirred. What are we making, Bluefish? Good times. Good times. What do I think of MC Ballyhoo? Who's MC Ballyhoo? What's that? Is that a Mario Party? I don't know if I got to that part. You wish Live had Pocket's card special animation? Yeah. Pocket's got some next level stuff. I can respect that. I just wish that it had the actual TCG in it, not just like simplified. We were talking about this earlier. I want it as just like a secondary thing in TCG or PTCGL. The fact that they've split it is so strange. It's so weird. He's one of the hosts of Mario Party 8. Ooh, is he in Jamboree? I don't know if I played Mario Party 8. I played all the ones that were on 64s, like 1, 2, 3. I had one on DS. And then I think I have all the ones on Switch, like All Stars, Superstar, and Jamboree. So I missed a good chunk of them in between them. Bluefish here is waiting for Totodile to be in Mario Party. Yeah, Totodile and Mario Party would go hard. I think he'd be good. It makes a lot of sense for him to get invited to the party. He's basically Yoshi's cousin, right? Yeah, they're buds. No, Totodile and PT in Paco would be cool. I wonder if they're going to kind of do it as like a generation thing. Because like the base set of it, they have included all of the original 151 guys, yeah? I think that it's like you get Mew when you get the entire Kanto decks. So it'd be interesting to see if like the next expansion, if they focus on Johto and it's like, these guys are all here now. And you get Celebi at the end. That'd be cool. I don't know if they will, because I know they kind of lean into the original 150 just because nostalgia. Like you'll get all the people that have been with the series from the beginning back anytime. You're like, oh, all 150 are there. Like, well, I gotta catch them all. Oh, the legends. Here's that. I love the Toasty. So you can start collecting 100 Totodile. Can you have more than 2 copies of a card though? Like, does it just break it down into crafting material, or what's it do with duplicates? You're going to start collecting 151 when the reprint comes out. Nice. Yeah, I heard they are doing a reprint. Nice. I've still got some like 151 stuff just to crack into. I haven't opened it because I bought it and then the set was like, it wasn't bad, but like I got cards thinking, oh, I'll put these in decks. So I got the promos. Like I got the Alakazam box because I was like, oh, I'll build that deck. And I got Zapdos box. But then it was like a month or 2 delayed getting to Australia. So by the time it got here, I had built the decks on PTCGL, tested them, and it was like, nah, I'm not going to sleeve these. So I've just kind of got like the boxes. They're actually behind me here. Just because like there's a buddy of mine that's kind of into Pokemon, but like doesn't play it. But if I had like packs to open with him, he'd be like, yeah, I'm down for that. And like he just knows the original 150. So I feel like having some of those packs just on hand to be like, hey, do you want to crack into these? Would just be a really cool experience. So kind of holding off on it. Deathlight back to lurking while you build Warhammer minis. That's a vibe, man. I can respect that. Master list would be nice to keep. It'd be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool. I don't think I would go for like all the really rare ones, but just like having the base arts of all 151. Yeah, that'd be cool. The people that do master sets for like every set though. Like, respect, but kind of fear it. Yeah, you just want the Blastoise. Blastoise EX? He's very cool. He's the nifty fella. I wish he was better, though. Like, it shouldn't have a damage cap. Or if it did have a damage cap, make it that it can discard up to 3 energy. Because it's doing what? I think it's ditch 2 water from hand, 140 for each. So you hit 280, and it's like, okay, you're taking out V-Stars, but you're an EX with 330 HP. You should have a way that in the mirror, you'd be able to one-shot into each other with, like, really good setup. And, like, into Char. The fact that it can't one-shot a Charizard is very strange. One day you'll get a good Blastoise and not a Zard era again. Deluge Blastoise went, he's cool. Even like the team up Blastoise wasn't bad. He was like, look at the top 6 cards, attach any, I think it was explicitly water energy to your guys. Like, it wasn't bad. And like for single prize formats, it'd be fine. Give Tortoise Boy a chance. Yeah. One of these days. The Blastoise tag team even, like, it wasn't bad. It didn't see a lot of success, but it wasn't bad. He is more of a support card instead of smacking forward. Yeah. And I guess they're kind of leaning into that it's like, oh, he's like a defensive guy. Like, he'll back you up. Like, I don't know. Best defense is a good offense, too. Throw that turtle in the active. Bash some heads. That turns out dead monkeys don't do a lot. Math checks out, yeah. He's defense with 2 cannons on his back. Yeah, exactly. He's literally a tank. He's a turtle tank. One of these days he'll get a good card again. One of these days. Kind of annoys me that they didn't give Terras for Blastoise and Venusaur, though. Like, Zard got one and then it was like, Blastoise and Venusaur? Nah. Like, it would have been cool if they kind of, like, swapped, like, the triangle around. It's like, Blastoise hits weakness into Zard, Zard hits weakness into Venusaur, Venusaur hits it into Blastoise, but then, like, swap all their types to make Pika money like Zard does. Arguable. I'd say Blastoise would. Blastoise gets some turnout. Venusaur, though, yeah, nobody cares about Venusaur. Nobody cares about Venusaur. Bulbasaur they like. Then he evolves and it's like, oh, I don't want to touch that. I'll probably get a disease. It's like, yeah. Probably would. Don't lick Venusaur. You will see things. Rogue Trainer, how's the tourney going? Tourney's going good. We are just waiting on the next round to start. Currently 3 out of 6 of the matches have concluded, so we're just waiting on those to kind of resolve. And then we'll be going into round 4 of Swiss. I'm sitting on 2-1 for the night, so like, not upset. Built something kind of silly, playing a Ting Lu deck. You need a stadium in play, and you can hit everything. It's kind of silly, so I called it moosing around. Not taking it too serious this week. A little bit of shenanigans. Mendel and Venusaur. See? Mendel! Menadine likes Venusaur. People like Venusaur. MW sticks to a Zard in the set, and the set sells. The other 2, not so much. Yeah, fair. Sikilia, welcome to the Goomba gang. That Goomba's got a good grin. I like that one. It's a good Goomba. I like Blastoise. Blastoise is my favorite too. I feel like with them, though, you're almost better off making promo products. Because it's one of those things that, like, put them in tins, people will buy the set of 3. People go nuts for the Zard, but, like, people also buy the other 2 to have the set. And then the people that do want the other ones, it's like, well, they'll grab this, they'll grab this. Like, because what set was it? Why can't I think of it? It wasn't Shrouded Fable. It wasn't Surging Spark. What was the set we just had before Surging Spark? Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown, they had Venusaur EX and Blastoise EX in the set. And it didn't make a lot of sense. I don't even think they had the pre-evolutions. It's like, literally just put those out as tins. People will buy them. Having them in the set, you pull that at pre-release and it's like, this is a dead card. I genuinely can't use this in a deck. And they're just so weak. Like, you wouldn't even want to use it in a deck anyways. But like, if you have them as a promo thing, then it's like, well, people will buy them. They'll have them as like a display. Or they'll just buy them because like, oh, like I played Pokemon as a kid. I really liked Blastoise. I picked it as my starter. Oh, there's a product that has that in it, I'm going to grab that and just buy it for nostalgia. Crack into some packs for some fun. That's good marketing. Checking them in as just bulk EXs in a set puts people off. Like, that's kind of why I've stopped buying boxes. I'm like, there is so much filler in these sets now. MW, you're not saying you don't like it. Bulbasaur is always going to be your starter, but 100%. Start Prince money. Like, they put Charizard in a set and people will just buy cases. Yeah. Like, if there's a gold rare Blastoise, it's not going to sell a set. If there's a gold rare Charizard, people will throw money at it. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they have it as promo products, people will buy it. But yeah, it's not like drop $1,000 buying a multiple case kind of thing. Bulbasaur is the best and number one for a reason. Fair. But who's the original Pokemon, Rogue? Is it Bulbasaur because he's number one in the decks? Is it Rhydon because he was the first designed? Is it Mew because it's the one that like everybody gets the DNA from? Or is it Arceus because he's literally God? Which one is it? Who's the OG? Yeah, Tag Team Venusaur was one of the first good ones in PTCGO. Playing that deck for some time, and in the old games was starting like Bulbasaur be like the evolution line. Even Bulba is the most good. Even though Bulbasaur is the most cute. Yeah, fair. That's fair. He's pretty cute. I was always, a Squirtle guy myself, but I can respect Bulb. And Zard's Zard's cool. It's literally just a fire-breathing dragon. That's not a dragon, but still. Anyone who says a literal dragon isn't cool, it's like, nah, Charizard's cool. Does he get a little bit too much hype? Yeah, still cool. OG is Bulbasaur, Arceus, and Mew are just cosplay for. They want to be what all Bulbasaur is. Rhydon? Jungle Totem Venusaur was the best Venusaur they made. Jungle Totem Venusaur is pretty cool. That's one that like doubles the grass energy in play, yeah? I like that one. And I like that we've kind of got a Zard. Like Pogo Zard is just Jungle Totem Venusaur, but fire. Paired it with Egg Rowlet Tag Team and the Vileplumes was the best deck you played. Was that standard legal at one point? Or was that expanded? Because Jungle Totem would have been... Was that Sun and Moon era? No, it wasn't expanded? Okay. When was Jungle Totem? Was that Shining Fates? Is something like that? No, not Shining Fates. It was one of those like Shining sets. I feel like. Generations? Is it one of those promo-y kind of thing? 9-Egg, it's Bellsprout. We've been over. It was early in Sun and Moon. Okay. Tag Team was Sun and Moon, wasn't it? Oh, but I guess that's when they were doing rotation differently. So maybe there wasn't an era where it was every single Sun and Moon card was legal. All right, we're waiting on one match. Just Raspberry into Manuel. Getting very close to the next round, guys. Very close. Yeah, but the Vileplumes were expanded. Aha. Which Vileplume? Was it the one that like they couldn't play trainers, couldn't play items or supporters, something like that? Because that's kind of scuffed. Like, respect you, because cool idea, but dirty. All right, so we have Manuel on 3-0 right now, though. Raspberry, Amir, Urban Nomad, MW, and me all on 2-1. Savid also on 2-1. Nice. Pretty good scores going around. So yeah, very keen to see how this all plays out. Going into fourth round of Swiss. Looks like one person has dropped, meaning 9-Egg gets the bye and gets a win. Bellsprout gets a win tonight. That's awesome, man. And then, yeah, it's me into Manuel, Amir into MW, Raspberry into Savid, Urban Nomad into X Factor, Dudsta into Mr. Mooseman. Good luck, everyone, in your next matches. And yeah, keen to see who makes it to the top cut. Right. So of course I'm already friends with Manny. Where is he? Just taking a look at his list. It's absolutely cooked. Porygon 2, Shuppet Banette. So the Porygon 2's got like that lost junk attack, right? Garbage attack. That's pretty cool. Banette, Comfy, Sableye, Cramorant, Manaphy, Ditto, Iron Bundle. Okay, so they are running a Manaphy. Oh, I net decked it. Like, bud, you cooked. This is nuts. I'm so keen to see how this goes. Because, yeah, it's kind of just like yeet a bunch of tools into Lost Zone. Porygon go big, but also just have standard Lost Box attackers. Yeah, I'm going to move the camera. So it's just a little bit in the way of the chat. MW, turn 1, no items. Turn 2, no basics damage. Turn 3, no energy from the GX attack. Cool. Yeah, sounds pretty scuffed. All right, Tails never fails. Except this one time. One time out of 2, it fails. All right, they've decided to go first. We might be able to get an attack off turn 1. Opening the Emolga again. Bit hesitant about putting Artisan down. Like, yes, it can get me into Ting Lu. I guess we use it, we get into Ting Lu. We've got free retreat off the Emolga. We go into it. We attack, we mess up their bench, and just start running away with it. Right? Like, they wouldn't be able to go Artisan into Manaphy. They've got Buddy Buddy. They're going to get Manaphy off Buddy Buddy. Yeah. That is fair. That is so fair. All right, Porygon's down. Not messing around. Rogue Trainer. So what deck you running to your Rogue tourney? What Rogue tourney? What's the Rogue tourney? I got this tonight. I got my tourney again tomorrow. I don't really have time for other tourneys. All right. Well, on that note, do we just put the Artisan down and don't really care? That's not ideal. Yeah, put Artisan down. We can kind of just accept that, like, I can take a bit of time here. Go into the Dust Call. We're going to have to try and proc it and deal with the Manaphy. This likely just gets knocked out. On that, do I just pivot? Because he's already got 2 in the Lost Zone. Proc this, proc that. This comes online, attacks. I'm kind of leaning into just sacking the doof. Sounds like a skill issue. Nah, it's just a time issue. Like, I do this, I have to edit. Do all my editing myself too, right? So like, I've got to edit for YouTube Shorts and TikToks. I've got to do a buy list video for Surging Sparks, and there's a couple more deck lists I want to cover before release. It's more so just a timing thing. Why are you playing in the Budget Build Battle Tournament tonight? Well, we're in danger. This cram's online. Does also mean Countercatcher is going to be online in a second, though. We get Countercatcher online. I'd have to find it, but if we can get Countercatcher online, that means I can bring Manaphy into the active. Nudge it a little bit. Get Lost City. Take it out. Be in a good spot. Our board state's just a little bit scuffed at the moment. I don't hate that. It's like rock this, Lana, get them back, bench them again. And just have that risk of like, I'm going to take this out and do some shenanigans. Yeah, like it's not doing any spread, but it's putting a bit of chip damage into that. This, ideally, next turn, it's Dusclops, Lost Idiot. Dealt with it. Ram, I gotta head off. Cheers, man. Well, thanks very much for coming by, and it was wonderful hearing about your vacation. Glad you're back. And yeah, keen to hear more about it. Rogue Trainer, you get it? You're a parent. You're in parent mode, or you would. Kids are too unpredictable to do a tourney while they're there. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Raspberry, no top cut for you. 6 energy in hand, 1 Pokemon. Oh, sorry to hear that. All right, I feel like Emolga's going to get knocked out, and that's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. All right, they've got a Banette out, which means they have access to any supporter cards they could ever need. More Colrus. Is it Porygon fighting weak? It is. And how much is it going to be doing right now? Not a lot, but that's going to be messing things up. They go into Sableye, they take a double Duskull. Well, that's rude. It's a good play, but damn it, man. Yep, fair. All right. Bump that. I can at least deal with the Manaphy. Okay, I've gotten out for another Tinglu next turn, which is good. I do mess up my own bench a little bit here. That's fine. I feel like they kind of just get it, though. Like, they can take out the Monkey Door with Sableye if they want. Or they can take out Emolga due for game right now. Like, it's game. Damn. I guess I could have put Padrachi out. We just didn't have a lot of ways to get into other bench Pokemon. Like, it would have been one of those things of like, if I find a Buddy or I find a Nest Ball, get Jirachi, get something else. But it was also just like, I need to get secondary, guys. The Duskulls, hindsight, yeah. I could have gone for a Jirachi instead of a second Duskull. Would have been a good idea. Is what it is. Okay, we're on 220. Might be enough to get into Top Cut. We'll see. Because we got Manny on 4, Savid on 3. 9-Egg would be out of contention on 1-3. That's into Mooseman. The winner of that goes on to 2-2. So it's likely Manny. Amir, winner of Amir and MW's definitely in. Savid's in. I feel like we'll get into Top Cut. So that's our opponent's win rate. Currently in 7th though, so yeah, it is tight. Opponent's win rate 44%. Opponent's 56. Losing that, I probably go down 2, but then yeah, other people shift. It's a tricky thing. This is a tricky thing. No, keen to see how it goes. Raspberry, I think 2-2 has a small chance to Top Cut. Yeah, I think 2-2, it's going to be tight. Because it's effectively ruling who would be out. So it's, are we going to have people on 1-3? We've got 9-Egg on 1-3. That's straight into Moose Man. One of them is going to be on 1-3. That puts us down to what? One more spot. It'll be tight. I think it'll literally be down to the bubble. Because there's likely going to be 2 people on 1-3, and then we could have a handful of people on 2-2. Like Razor would be likely on 2-2. If X Factor wins, he'd be on 2-2. Urban Nobad would be on 2-2. And who loses Amir into MW is going to be on 2-2. So like there'll be 2-2s going into top 8, 100%. It's just how it gets scored. Because it's going to be just splitting it based on like opponent's win rates. Rogue Trainer, you got your Limitless application approved not long back, so interesting to see these sorts of things. Content-wise, nice. Yeah, I don't know, I like maybe just like some shenanigans. It's good times. We've been doing them for a while now. Like, I've started an official season a month and a bit ago. But like the actual tournaments, I think we've technically been doing them, yeah, since July. It's like kind of got my head around the process. Yeah, and then we do have the North American special event tomorrow, so if anyone's keen for that, it's a little bit easier time zone wise. Heathers, good morning. You guys are at it early. Yeah, so I'm based in Australia, so for me it is Friday night. It is 10 p.m. for me right now. So good morning and welcome to Movember. How's your morning kicking off so far? Right, Rogue. Yeah, you convince yourself to do it when you're in dad mode on purpose, so you don't have to battle you. Oh, that's why. Hey, I see. Well, are you able to do the North American tournament tomorrow? Could be fun. But yeah, we do have the series going as well, so that's the easiest way. There we go. We can kind of see how everyone's going for the tournament or the season. So first place for the weekly event will get you 15 points. Second gets you 12. Top 4 gets you 10, as long as we have at least 8 people participating. And then top 8 gets you 5, as long as there's 17 or more people participating. So for this week, we didn't quite meet the cutoff for top 8 to get points, but top 4 will be getting points. And then in the actual rankings, we can see the points breakdown. So currently I'm in first overall at 62. Jabs in second with 50. Sneaky Old Crab in Also tied for second on 50. Neji in fourth on 27. And then, yeah, kind of scaling from there. Obviously, the special events, though, we do give out some more points for those. So if you win that, you're going to net yourself 30 points. Sneaky Old Crab did that. And then I think he's gotten like top 4 at some of the weeklies. So that's how he's so high up. Whereas most of my points are from the weeklies. So it's kind of like, I'm here every week. I'm going to get points. That's kind of why I'm so high ranked currently. But yeah, like people win the weeklies, they win the special event pretty quick. I can fall back down. So yeah, very interesting to see how tomorrow's event goes. And then there is a best finish limit of 6. So like your 6 best placements for the weekly events count towards it, and your best event for the special event will count towards it. So you do get to a point where you're going to kind of plateau points wise. Fair, Rogue. Right, and yeah, still in on MW into Amir, X Factor into Urban, and Moose into Dudstar. We have the water. Are you doing a bunch of hydrates again? Okay. Why you spam that? I guess it's not even you guys. It's just Raspberry. Just Raspberry likes to spam. Drink. You're in Canada. It's 7:30 in the morning on Friday. You don't even know what it is. You guys are from the future. Koala Country keeps you guessing. Yes. 9 egg. It's 11:30 in the UK. Really? Cheers. Yeah, time zones are a tricky thing. We're originally from Canada, so like, yeah, I have a lot of friends where it's trying to keep in touch gets a little bit tricky. It's like, oh, like you want to hop on and play? We used to play a lot of Apex Legends together and just like hop on Xbox, bash some games. So it'd be like they'd be playing it. It's like 6 in the morning for me, or I'd be online and they'd be asleep, and it's like, oh well, it gets tough. Rogue, it's cool to see how it's organized and stuff personally, you think anyway. Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's a fun process. I like it. I'm still getting my head around the whole like tournament organizer thing. And like I've been doing it a while now, but like we're getting into it. We're getting into it. So like, for example, we're doing the season because I did get a pseudo sponsor in Quokka Playmats or Quokka mouse pads. And they do custom playmats. So like this. So if you win the season, if you're in the top 8 of the season, you get invited to an invitational top 8 tournament for it all. And then the winner of that's going to get a custom playmat. Not going to be like this. I've got custom artwork done for it. So we've got budget build battle artwork specifically made for the format. I commissioned an artist that does like top-notch stuff. Like I'm really excited to show you guys. I've kind of been like teasing it on Twitter and in the Discord. I haven't shown it. Well, it's not true. I've shown one person in the community yet. I was like, what do you think? And they're like, well, that's good. Nice. Because it's always good to get a bit of extra feedback. The North American tournament online? It is, yes. So you're over on YouTube. It makes it a little bit trickier. But in the Twitch chat, if you type !3B tourney, it sends you like a link to go and sign up for the tournaments. But if you just go onto Limitless TCG, you should be able to go to tournaments, upcoming, and then it should be in here. Where we got it. Yeah. Triple B's Budget Build Battles North American Special Event. So it's all online. The format is Budget Build Battles, so it's single prize cards only, so no EXs, no Vs, no Radiants, no A-Specs, and you can only have 2 copies of a card that have the same name, with the exception of Basic Energy and Basic Pokemon. Basic Pokemon, if it evolves into a card in your deck, so if it evolves into a Stage 1, you can have 1 extra copy of the Basic. Into a Stage 2, you can have 2 extra copies of the Basic, just to kind of help out with the consistency of the builds. So, yeah, it's a pretty fun format. I don't know, I'm really enjoying it, and community's growing. It's always fun to see, like, the different things people cook up. Like, the top 8 every week is pretty different. Like, we'll see some decks that people kind of latch onto and they're like, I want to fine tune this. I want to play it week after week. And it's like, yeah, fair. And like some really cool stuff like Torterra, we typically see in the top 8 very often. People like Lost Box, we see that coming out quite a bit. So it's like one of those things of like be mindful of these decks, have an idea of what to play into them. So like Lost Boxes exist. Are you just going to accept that like Sableye is going to put counters, or do you want to run Jirachi? And like neither is a bad call, because it's, you could have Jirachi in your deck and then you don't pair someone playing Lost Box and it's just wasted a space. I personally included Jirachi in my list. I didn't even get him on the bench into my Lost Box matchup. So it's like, do you need that tech? That's peak fire though. That's the idea behind your best of the rest event. Oh, okay, cool. So it's just like no rule box cards or what? Okay. So it's not no rule box. Yeah, I'm just looking at your tournament now. You've kind of just taken out like the top tier cards and you're just like, just don't play these. That's interesting. Oh, I like it. Loving all the different options the community is doing, and it's positive vibes all around. And nah, way she goes. That's half the fun though, right? Is like trying to find ways to make your deck consistent so that you do have ways to get your bench online. But at the same time, sometimes variance just isn't on your side and you have to play to your outs. All right, we have one match just waiting to conclude. X Factor into Urban Nomad. So getting a pretty solid look at who would be expected in the top 8. So we've got Manny, MW, Savid, all looking like shoe-ins for it. And then, yeah, like me, Amir, Rasper, Moose Man. And then, yeah, Nomad and X Factor are kind of be the wild card one. Like if X Factor wins it and then they're both on 2-2, it'll be a bit of a bash to see who gets it. But yeah, it looks like Dudstead and 9 Egg would be out of contention on 1-3 for the night. It happens. For somebody to win, someone's got to lose. You enjoy the concept of the format, just don't get time to commit. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. That's completely fair. There's always people looking for games in the Discord if you do just want to try it out ever. Only one person on 4-0 though. All right. I guess, yeah, small pool of players for tonight. Last week, I think we had 20. I feel like we had a few people get to that score. And I'm hoping we see a good turnout for tomorrow. I gotta start promoting the North American one after stream tonight. For that, we usually see around 25-30. Josh, how you going, buddy? Happy Friday. You made it to the end of the week. Also, you doing Movember? You getting on with the movement? The movement? If you want, yeah, go for it. I'll never say no to people wanting to promote the format. That's always welcome. All right, and we are getting all of our matches concluded. X Factor did win into Nomad, so it's going to be a pretty tight top 8. So that means we've got... Who have we got on 2-2? I'm on 2-2, Amir's on 2-2, Rasper's on 2-2, X Factor, Urban Nomad, and Moose Man. 3, 4, 5, 6 people on 2-2. 3 people on 3-1, so that's guaranteed. It's one person on 2-2 isn't going to make top cut. Set up the next phase, and we'll see who made it. All right, into the top cut, we've got Manuel into X Factor, Raspberry into Amir, Savid into Urban Nomad, and MW into Triple. Nice. So who just missed Top Cut? Mr. Mooseman. Damn. I'm sorry, man. All right. And yeah, me and MW sending it back again. So we played earlier, didn't we? Yeah, he's got on the Arcanine list. I feel like he just bodies me. We will see. And out of habit, I always go to just add people. Sombra, how you go? If you update standings, you'll be able to see who makes cut. It's just so crazy, it might be sane. Sombra, how you doing? Sombra, we've got the North American special event on tomorrow. You want to play some single price shenanigans? Yeah? Huh? It's the first Friday of the month. It's pretty good times. It's in a time zone that should actually work for you. Rogue, all done. Nice. Cheers, buddy. You're existing. Great for you, terrible for your enemies. Well, like, it gives them the opportunity to get back at you. You know, silver linings. It's all about perspective. Well, this is not a great opener. Search check for 2 basic energies revealed and put them into your hand. I almost feel like it's this. But at the same time, we can open this. If they don't have an attacker immediately, takes a bit of chip damage, we can hand back the counters. I feel like doing that, like, it protects me, but doesn't really accomplish anything. What do I even want off this? It would be Ultra Ball, likely Sack Cologne, because they're not running Manaphy. Right? No, they're not running Manaphy. So do I just get the doof? Oh, this is going to be a tricky spot. Not having an energy to at least attach the monkey to have a pivot out for next turn isn't great. We're going to have to go into Judge and just like hope to find Bibarel or switch Tinglu. Switch Tinglu Artisan and energy. Jess, what are we on this week's? Yeah, playing Tinglu. Does 30 damage for 1 fighting energy if I have a stadium. Okay, like I've got an energy at least. But it's like, do I bank on maybe getting into a switch, or we just roll with I might be able to get an attack off with this with like a Luminous energy next turn? I don't hate that idea. Theoretically could vacuum that away. Feels unnecessary. Mostly feels unnecessary just because I don't have things I can afford to discard currently. Stretcher for what? Jirachi? Such a waste. I guess I just pass. This start is rough. Like, I'm pretty much just banking on them not having Arcanine. If they can get into Arcanine, it very quickly shifts to them just bodying me. Right? They free retreat, go into Growlithe. They've got damage counters on the bench. Okay, they've got Arven, which is like potentially they just go for Evo TM here. Yeah. It's like Nest Ball, Monkey Dory, Evo TM into a Molga. And then get double Arcanine out. So you have 2 attackers. You've already got a damaged Snorunt on your bench. Or like Frostlass Arcanine. Because I've got 3 guys with abilities. Multiple Frostlass also puts a lot of pressure onto us. really wishing I'd put the jamming tower down now. I'm like, oh, I'll hold it. It's fine. Yeah, I feel like I get bumped pretty quick. Blueberry, your troll deck went through. Did it? What are you running tonight, Blueberry? Like, I feel like I just retreat into the Manaphy. It's not doing anything for me, but I'm a bit more comfortable with this getting knocked out than I am the Monkey Dory. Like, stretcher back for the energy? Sure. I at least get the pivot, so if I do get into the Tinglu, I can hard retreat. I could Lana for it. Like, it feels like such a waste, but... And yeah, if I had this down, that would have been a big difference last turn. They wouldn't have been able to Evo TM. They wouldn't have attackers. They're just trying to top deck. They would have just been attacking with Emolga. So a misplay on my part. But if we had done that, it just changes what they target with Arven. They grab Ultra Ball instead. Ultra Ball for Arcanine, come out, just start attacking the active. Yeah, I think we're just scuffed here. Yeah. So Monkey puts that there. Emolga's attack takes it out. Pings onto these. Not looking good. And then next turn, if this doesn't evolve, Monkey Dory can just take him out with counters. Right? Between turns, they take 30. Okay, I did find this at least. Sure. Grab that Ultra Ball Flutter. I fucked up the sequencing. I meant to hard retreat, get the energy back attack. I don't think that play would have made a difference, though. Because they already have the Arcanine set up. If I had gone into this, it would have been a hard retreat going to this. We get the energy back. 30 to a bunch of guys. We would have gotten the KO into Emolga. This would have come active. It would have taken the KO. We have to find another Tinglu. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things of like, if we had the jamming tower out, it could have made the game different. And now we find another Tinglu anyways. Nah, it's just GG. Yeah, like getting a prize off that. They get a knockout here. Monkey Dory counters there. They just have to hit this next turn. The misplays. And like not getting any dust calls out, not ideal. Just as a way to put some extra pressure into them. Not that we put any pressure into them this match. Oh god. Then there's one. But yeah, this goes to 50. That moves 20 onto it. They attack the active for 120 game. That'll do it. Because yeah, it's one of those things like the jamming tower play. I feel like is kind of where it started being that tipping point. But at the same point, they had Arvin, so it would have just been instead of grabbing Nest Ball, Evo TM, grab Ultra Ball, go into our K9. They don't need to worry about the jamming tower, getting our K9 online, start hitting the active, and then like us, the Monkey Dory retreat play. It was I had the energy on the Monkey Dory. It literally said like, okay, I need to move this, get that energy back with Lana, and then just when it finally came back to like, okay, it's our turn, do the play. Just forgot about that one step. Just immediately went to the Lana. I'm like, fuck. The misplays. But no, honestly, I don't think we would have won that match anyways. We just would have been a little bit more competitive in it. MW, you're back. Good game, man. I could not get set up. Oh. And yeah, there's like a couple plays I could have done a little bit differently, but I'm like, you just have answers to them anyways. Oh, silly. The Moose is fun though. Like I don't hate that I played it. Not a great deck, but a little bit silly. And like still made top cut. So like not mad at it. I don't think I got points off it though, because we didn't have enough turnout that top 8 gets it. So it's like, okay. Still gotta actually bring somewhat competitive decks for 2 more weeks. Get the BFL, and then it's like, okay, back to just stupid shit. The only loss you've had tonight with this deck was the game crashing. Person who built it did a good job. Yeah, I wonder who built that, hey? Where'd you get that list from? I wonder. Yeah, we've got MW moving into the semifinals. The other matches are yet to conclude. We got Savid into Urban Nomad, Rasburn into Amir, Manuel into X Factor. Very keen to see how those go. I don't think anyone is streaming their matches, unfortunately. I'll take a look in the Discord, though. Maybe we have someone. Maybe. Yeah, MW, I think you said you could stream? It looks like you're... Oh, yeah, you are streaming yours. Okay. I've got to remember, though. Right, I have to join not through the Discord app. That makes the audio go all funny. Okay. We'll get that set up. If you're going to stream your matches, let me know. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, though, guys. Just got to go to the bathroom, and it looks like it'll be a bit till the next matches start. So for anyone that is on like YouTube, Twitch, you guys get ads right now. You're not missing anything. It's literally just going to be right back screen. We'll see you in a second. We're back. There was a crunchy on the dining room table. It's like I went, like, I could eat that. Can't eat that on stream. It is a very loud snack. Pretty okay chocolate. Not like my go-to. I don't know. What's your guys' go-to like Halloween chocolates or Halloween candies? Because we got some Kit Kat, some Twirl, some Crunchy, and like Kinder bars. It's just like Kinder chocolate, but as like a bar. Like they're pretty good. I don't know. Normally I go for like the candy stuff, like Skittles, sour Skittles, and regular Skittles, but didn't see any this year. I don't know if they're sold out or they just didn't stock them here. Haribo, Tang Fastics. Can't say I've heard of that one before. I know Haribo. They do like the gummy bears and stuff, yeah? Let's give it a Google. Haribo, Tang Fastics. Or is it the gummy bear things? Is this sure? Use necessary cookies. I'll have to keep an eye out for those. I'll take your word for it. Because like I'm seeing the cola bottle. It's just like a mix of all their stuff. I'm down for that. Very down for that. Are they gluten-free? Can I eat them? May contain. I'll roll the dice. Yeah, no, I'm down for that. I'll give them a go. Right, and yeah, how are we going for the top 8 matches? So Manuel and Amir are into the semifinal game, and then yeah, MW still just waiting on an opponent. Savid into Urban Nomad. I'd really wish PTCGL had a spectator mode. I know I say this every week, and every week I'm hoping I have an update for you guys. What is this? Oh yeah, I was looking at Pokemon that have mustaches. I was trying to build like a deck for Movember. I'm like, what mustache Pokemon do we have? Well, not a lot in rotation. Like Nose Pass, I'm like, he's not good. I don't think there's any Alolan Golems. You can see a spectator mode coming out on Pocket before live? Probably, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. It sounds like we're getting events on Pocket. So Live's got some catching up to do, and I don't think it's going to get the development support it needs to catch up. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We work with what we got. Yeah, it is a shame. It is what it is, though. I don't know. It'd be weird to see if like Pocket becomes like a competitive thing. I can't see there becoming like a competitive scene for Pocket, but like Pokemon Go got one, so who knows? Could be such a good client if it had support. Oh, 100%. They just don't want to back it for some reason. Like the fact that they didn't monetize it. That's the first mistake. They didn't monetize it and then they go and put out Pocket, which is just like heavily monetized. Oh, we have a monthly thing? Oh, you can just give us money if you want directly too. Like, we got options. What's your credit card number? And then PTCGL, it's like, no. Don't give us your money. We have code cards. Oh, no, like you can't buy those though. You have to buy them through a third party thing. It's like, guys, just make it so you can at least purchase those through the app. You can see Pocket at side events. Yeah, I feel like that would happen pretty quickly. I just don't know if they're going to directly support it. Like at regionals, if they'd have an area for people playing Pocket. It wouldn't surprise me in the next year, but it just feels very strange that we would have potentially 2 TCGs going. We'll see. All right. Did these guys start their match? When did Nomad check in? 26 minutes ago. Gotta be getting close. If they're doing events for it, you can see a section for it like Unite and VGC. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, because like Unite, are they still doing much for you, Unite? Like Unite was at Worlds, right? But I don't think they're really doing it at regionals. It's more so just like online events for it, and that's how you get your invite for it. Or am I way off the mark? I don't follow it super closely. I just like vaguely only at internationals. Okay. Yeah, so I could see them doing something like that for Pocket. Where it's like they have events throughout the year, try and get an invite thing. Type thing. They're on their own regionals online. Yeah. And that's cool. I like that. It's an interesting idea. I wish I played Unite more. I really do. It's one of those games I kind of like dip in and out of. Like I got back into it like 2 months ago. And then I got Armor Rouge. Like Pokemon gave me a code to get Armor Rouge. Like I tried it out when he came out. It's fun. It's a good game. It's just playing with randoms is test of patience. You got a couple friends that are really big into Unite? Nice. Like they play it at a competitive level or? All right. And yeah, I'm just going to get all the deck lists ready for when we do the top 8. Which I guess I can show you guys how I'm doing that. That's fine. Just you're not like, what? Why is Triple just staring off into space? Like, no, I'm doing stuff. Trying it a little bit differently. And this kind of needs a little bit less jumping around, so I'm for it. I wish it grabbed their name when I'm importing the deck, though. But I could just see that. That works. Getting a little bit better at this every week. That's all we can ask. All right, MW. And hey, that's me. I'm that guy. I think that's all 8. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7, 8. That one I'm back out of. Nice. Yeah, we're all set up. MW started your YouTube channel to showcase Unite and TCG because they play at the competitive level, but life got in the way. Making stuff for it. Yeah, it's fair. It's tricky. It's a tough thing to juggle. Like, I obviously script, record, edit all my own stuff and host these tournaments and stream. It's tricky. So that's why when people are like, oh, will you come participate in my event too? It's like, but like, I don't even have time to go to my own like league challenges and cups and stuff. I had to cut that out. So like it's one or the other. You find ways to juggle. Spugatti TCG. If Pokken was a thing, they will do anything at this point. Hey, Pokken's cool. I like Pokken. I didn't get into like playing it heaps. I got the demo and it was fun. And like I like that they make like the spin-off games for Pokemon are always good. Honestly. Pokemon Conquest. I really hope we get another one of those. Pokemon Snap. I didn't play the new one. Did anyone play the new Snap? Is it worth picking up? Or was it kind of just like, eh? Because like the OG Snap, I had nostalgia for it. And then played it when it came out on Nintendo Switch Online. And like beat it in like an hour. I remembered it being a lot longer. But I think it was just that as kids, we were probably all a lot more shit at games. Like playing as an adult, I'm like, yeah, this. Okay, cool. Oh, like I remember these secrets were done. Like, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that great as a kid either, and you just kind of have the nostalgia goggles. Because I remember like renting it from Blockbuster, and it was like, yeah, we took the whole weekend to just like play it heaps. But yeah, like it came out on Switch and it's done. like one sitting in and out. All right, Urban Nomad into MW. So it looks like the first round of the top 8 has concluded. So we are seeing who's going into the semis. And yeah, MW, if you are able to stream your match, that is cool. We'll pop in here, jump into the Discord, or jump into the stream. And this ideally doesn't mess with the audio. And it's just finding the one that actually has the full screen. That's almost it. There we go. All right. So yeah, MW into Nomad in the semifinals. MW's opened the block lax, making it a little bit awkward for his opponent and giving him time to set up, but also a little bit awkward for him because it's like, well, I need to find a switch out. They do have a Rita though, so it's like a Rita for switch. Frostlass starts getting damage counters out onto their Monkey Dory, makes it so that their K9 will be doing additional damage, while also putting pressure on their opponent because it looks like they are running the Okie Dogie that you bench it, attach energy to it, do more damage based on the amount of damage your opponent has on them. And it's like, well, okay, well, you can do that, but you have an ability, so I'll start softening you up with a Frostlass. Beans. So yeah, very interesting concept on both sides of the game here. MW has popped off this first turn though. Like that is a good bench. Having the Poke Gear for next turn too to help him get into another draw supporter is pretty big. All right, Nomad having the Arven. Are they going to be going for a Buddy Buddy Evo TM combo, or is their deck going a slightly different direction? Earthen Vessel and Rescue Board. Nice. Vesseling away the counter catcher. Fair enough. So they're going to have 2 energy they can throw down onto that Ursaluna. Do they have the attachment for turn in a switch? They'd be able to come out into the active, knock out that Snorlax in one go. They hit 100 base damage. Snorlax weak to them, so they will be doing 200 all up. It's just, do they have all the pieces they need? Might just be falling short. No switch. Hate to see it, but away she goes sometimes. MW finding an Erazu off of the Poke Gear gives them an out to the double Arcanine and Frostlasses if they want. They do have a Rita, so it's like theoretically could go for Frostlass next turn off of that, but no, opting to get the double Frostlass. All right, putting quite a bit of pressure onto their own board though. So the Monkey Dory is going to be taking 4 before it comes back to them. Same with the Snorlax. So if they don't have a way to scoop up one of those, like potentially penny the Snorlax, or get Dark Energy onto the Monkey Dory to start handing off some of these damage counters and trying to keep ahead of the amount of damage they're taking between turns for the Frostlass, could become problematic for their own board state. But the fact that it is putting pressure onto the Ursaluna too does make the opponent kind of in a pretty tight spot. Are they finding an out for a switch off this Poke Gear? Even that could be risky though. Because if they do go into the Ursaluna, they get the knockout into Snorlax, but then it allows MW to put their Arcanine into the active, which would be hitting hard enough to deal with the Ursaluna, thanks to the damage counters the Frostless have put out. Right? They're going to be taking 20 more between turns, leaving them with 110 left. Arcanine can hit them for 120. Some scary math. Boss's orders? Okay. Are they going to go for the Arcanine? No, going for the Monkey Dory. Rescue Ward onto the Metatite. Alright, so they get the KO into the Monkey. There is still that risk of the Arcanine. And the fact that the Arcanine doesn't have any damage counters on it does make it a little bit tough for them to deal with. Right, like it's one of those things. Are they running Monkey Door? Are they able to hand off some of these counters back to the Arcanine? Or do they have another method of getting some pings onto it? Getting double Dark Energy out of the deck with the Earthen Vessel. Monkey Door is going to be putting some pressure back onto the opponent with the damage they're giving themselves, just healing up that Snorlax. Yeah, getting the KO into the Ursaluna. Metatite popping up into the active. They do have free retreat, so maybe Nomads has a position where he can go like Lana, get back Ursaluna, double fighting energy, have one in hand, charge it up, come out swinging again. The 150 HP makes it a little bit tricky though, because they'd hit them between turns, take 20 damage from the Frostlosses. The Arcanine would hit them for 120. They go to 140, and then another pass of the turns means the Frostloss takes them out. Death like you're back. Cheers, buddy. How's the Warhammer going for you? All right, and the fact that they're going for Ultra Ball, yeah, I take it they aren't holding Lana. Be interesting to see what the Metatite evolves up into, though. Like, do they have a good evolution that might be able to deal with Arcanine here? Got them all built, that like nice. All right, so we are going to get to see the Metacham. They do have the Lana's Aid. Okay. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon can't. It looks like they'll have an out for this situation. It's just, are they going to bank on using the Arven for guaranteed plays, or are they going to lean into Iono? All right, we're seeing a switch. Are we seeing a rescue board? Yeah, and that'll just get the game there. So they go switch, go into one of their Pokemon that has one retreat, rescue board, back into the Arcanine. They can attack for free. They get the knockout. It's GG. Will remove the effect, moving the Arcanine out of the active. It's effectively just being treated like it's a brand new Pokemon now. And takes out the Metacham. Death like Modern Warfare 10? Are they actually at Modern Warfare 10? Jeez. Kick up plays. Can you play? No, I don't do viewer much matches, but we're doing the budget build battle tournament over on Limitless. So just watching the top 8 right now of that. If you're looking for a game though, you can always just, hop on PTC Jail, you hit play and it finds you a match basically instantly. If you're wanting to try the budget build battle format, though, if you head on over to the Discord, there's always people looking for games in the format. That's like, no, it's just Modern Warfare 3. Well, like, new one is Black Ops 6. Well, because they do a new one, what, like every year? And I think they've been doing that since 2008. You'd be getting up there. Yeah, like 16 of those. Jeez. So I think the last one I played was World at War? Something like that. There's Modern Warfare 4 was really good. And then, yeah, they did like World at War. I think that's when they started doing the zombie stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I kind of dipped out. Nothing against the games. It just felt very repetitive. All right. And yeah, we're just waiting on, I think, the other match. There's 22 Call of Duty. Seriously? Okay, maybe they're putting out more than one a year then. Did not know that. Right, but yeah, MW moves on into the finals, and we've just got Amir into Manuel. Waiting to conclude. Double check, just make sure it started on time. Right. Oh, it looks like Manuel is streaming their match too. We get some visibility. Nice. All right, so Manuel is up 3 prizes into the opponent. Slow King's coming out though, and using, it looks like Terrakian's attack. So they're going to be invincible into the next turn, which is pretty big. 120 damage during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attack. Is that what it is? Yep, beautiful. So it does make it one of those things of Manuel will have to find a way to kind of gust around the Slow King, hit something else, or potentially go into something that can target the bench, right? Like we're seeing, well, he's got Sableye in his hand. He's got Psychic Energy in his hand. The Slowpokes on the bench aren't safe. So Lost Box can do Lost Box things. They typically have an answer to the problem as soon as they get their guys in Lost, right? Like once you get to the 4 Cramorant's online, 10 Sableye's online, cool. And it's just world's your oyster. Sableye is an absolute force in this format. Does mean the Slow King gets to survive though, so they'll be able to get another attack off next turn still. Manaphy being on the bench though does mean they're not able to do like Kyurem shenanigans at least. Yeah, because that's what 4 takes out 1 Slow King, 6 onto the other, and then they've still got 20 floating. Just throwing it onto Slow King for the lulz? Was it letting him? I thought it said effects too. Maybe it's just damage. Oh, so he could have killed the Slow King. Still, double prize turn. That's big. Well, I don't want to say anything to jinx it, but they're looking like they're in a pretty damn good spot. Lost Box Pika vibes? It's just Lost Box vibes. Yeah, Lost Box Pikachu is going to be fun. I like that list. Keen to give it a go. Iono down to 1. Oh, all right. Like they do have double cram on the board already, so it's like I think they just get it. They're able to take out the Slow King with cram, unless they get another Terrakian off. That could obviously interrupt things a little bit. They've got a Comfy with rescue board though, so it's like check that in the active. Look at the top 2 cards, try and find a gust, get around it, fine. Or find an out for another Sableye, you'll be good. 2 crown, man's culture. It's a blue bird. It's basically a blue fish. Natural born friends. MW like in Pika Reggie vibes. Could be good. Could be good. Horace Salix. Welcome to the Goober Gang. Oh, and they whiffed the attack with Slow King. That's game. Yeah, Sableye just takes out the Slow King. Just piles it on. Oh, the little gremlin that could. Dang. I think Manuel's undefeated right now. 6-0 going into the finals. It's a pretty good record, to be honest. Are they going to keep it up and be able to go 7-0? We'll see. We will see. Deathlike, keep thinking it's your laptop, then you remember it's the person streaming in Discord. Yeah. It gets a little bit tricky. So I think Manuel's able to stream it. MW's able to stream it. We'll see if either of them is comfortable streaming the final match. Might just tap out of this one. Kind of leave that up to them. And yeah, just going to check my Discord messages. So it looks like someone has reached out. Oh, it's Manuel. All right. So messaging Manuel. His stream's a little bit laggy. MW, are you able to stream the finals? You're streaming. You're fine streaming the finals. Easy. Doesn't bother you. Your opponent seeing. Nah, he's not going to stream tonight. He's a good dude. He's one of the guys that goes like my local league, so it's like okay, I like seeing him. He's good shit. All right, if you're streaming it, I'll jump back into it. And we're good. I just got to find the screen. I think it was this one. Looks mostly right. Yeah, that's good. Fine, either way, it's all about the content. Fair enough. Huh? What? What bad word? Shit? Shit's not a bad word. Shit's okay. I feel like that's just an accepted one at this point. Blueberry, you found an issue with your deck. You accidentally removed a counter catcher. You were looking for it to boss Manaphy. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. You don't know your list, it will bite you in the ass a little bit. Or did you submit a list with counter catcher and you didn't run that list? That's a different story. Yeah, it changes things a little. All right, and it looks like MW is going to be starting off the match. Obviously, having a deck that wants to evolve up makes a lot of sense. They're going to be opening the Growlithe, so pretty optimal start. And having the Buddy Poffin in there already, that's pretty big. This is a good start. Blueberry, you submitted the last version and you removed it in that one. Oh, okay, fair. Nah, you're all good, man. You all good. So hang on. Where's chat? There we go. This is the good one. Like normally chat shows up on the screen. I've just clicked on the wrong Discord one. Blueberry top 4 isn't bad. Wasn't expecting Lost One. So no, Lost One will always be a thing. It's a good deck. It is a very good deck. And yeah, top 4 is points. You got points on the board, man. Congrats. All right, they're finding the Arcanine off the Great Ball. They've got double Growlithe, double Snorunt out already. And proccing this capturing Aroma, getting Tails, get another basic onto their board. So it's, do they start setting up like a Bidoof so they can start getting an energy or a draw engine online, but now going for the Monkey Dory. They've already got Dark Energy in hand. pretty aggressive start. Not having a draw supporter for next turn, though. Be a little bit interesting. Could technically just attack with a Growlithe, even, though. Obviously, a little risky in the fact that, like, Cramorant could KO the Growlithe, but there's also the risk that that just happens before it even gets to evolve. You didn't put Cologne to tech for what? How's Cologne tech for Lost Box? Cologne only shuts off their ability on your turn. It's not like it's shutting off their Comfies. You need something like Flutter Mane for that. If anything, it's you teching Jirachi to be mindful of Sableye. Boss Manaphy and Cologne it. Ah. Yeah, no. If you're dependent on hitting the bench for things, 100% you need Gust and Cologne. Like if you're running it for the Kyurem attack, yeah. That's not even a teching for Lost Box. That's just a combo you should have. They attack with a Shuppet? Oh no. Is the Shuppet fighting weak or fighting resistant? Literally does nothing into. Dang. Saw that most decks didn't play Manaphy anymore, so you take their off. I guess so, but it's literally a hey, if they have this card, I have no answer to it. It's pretty risky. Obviously, you can just like gust it up, knock it out. Were you running Lost City for that or no? Like, if your deck has an immediate counter, you should just respect it in any way. Kyurem's an option anyways. Yeah, it's not like your deck was fully dependent on it. Like, you had the Terrakion as an attacker too and stuff like that. So, very cool concept. I like it. But no, if you have some sort of spread mechanic, you should include at least canceling Clone or Lost City. So it's like, Manaphy comes out, do you have a way to deal with it? And do you only have to do that once? Like, if you boss KO Manaphy and then it just goes back to them, Night Stretcher, put it back down. It's kind of just been wasted resources. The top deck into the draw supporter. That's pretty big. Are they going to play the Devo though? No, hanging on to the Devo. Okay. Like, could have freed up a bit of hand space. Yeah, not much for this turn, but they are holding the Arita at least for the next turn, so they could theoretically get into a Frostlass. And at least start putting some damage counters onto their own board so that Arcanine will be doing the boosted damage. All right, Shuppet hard retreating. Going into the Comfy, get some flower selecting plays off. Try and find themselves a Colress to get some more things into the Lost Zone, into a Cramorant, and start trying to take out this Arcanine. All right, Artisan coming out, so they have a guaranteed out for Cram now. Going for another Comfy instead? Fair enough. All right, Jet Energy into the Comfy. It's not like they're putting out a lot of pressure at the moment anyways. They don't have anything damaged on their bench, so Arcanine's just doing 30 damage into the Comfies. But now they do have an out for the Frostlass. Fair. Using the Devo as the Ultra Ball fodder. Getting the second Frost Ass out. Going to be putting a lot of pressure onto those Comfies. So 30 damage from Arcanine, 50 between, or gets him up to 50 between turns with the Frost Ass, and then comes back, he gets a KO into it. It's pretty big if they don't find something like a switch card. Artisan potentially getting themselves a Bidoof for some draw power out of this situation, but at the same time, they do have that risk that they're hurting themselves now. All right, that Doof is going to be on 40 when it gets back to their turn. So if they get hit with something like an Iono and they aren't able to get back into that bid roll, they might be giving up a prize from the Doof. But yeah, pretty good board state here. All right, Manuel finally finding that chorus. And they're at 9 in the loss zone, so they've almost got their Sableye online. Seeing that Devo TM go in the bin, though, a little bit risky. This is one of those things of like, potentially they could have gotten into a Sableye and had some double KO turns with Devo. But at the same point, I feel like it's just kind of, I need to deal with these Arcanines. And ideally in one shot. Manuel taking some time, thinking out their steps. They do have the Sableye. Double Sableye. It's pretty threatening. All right, so they're getting the bid roll online. Monkey Door is able to hand off 3 of those damage counters, but between turns they are going to take 2 more and then coming back another 2. So they can only heal so much. Does kind of make for some easy targets for Sableye to deal with. Going for the Iono play. Backing away the Artisan? Yep. Fair enough. I guess just trying to make it tougher for the opponent to try and find backup attackers, like getting themselves into a Cramorant. And finding another Monkey Door off the Capturing Aroma. Could be helpful if they get another bench space for it. And yeah, Manuel now has a board state where none of his guys are taking damage between turns from the effect of Frostlass. Well, MW is not in that same position. So the Bibarel only effectively needing 4 damage counters on it to get knocked out. Monkey Dory needing 6. And then there's 2 floating they can be playing around with the Sableye still. So they could even check that onto an Arcanine, so then a Cramorant would be able to knock it out on the following turn. We're seeing Night Stretcher coming out. Are they going to be getting a Cramorant? No, Psychic Energy, getting a backup Sableye charged up. And checking Vengeful Punch onto Sableye. Okay. So if the Arcanine does hit him, it is going to make it a little bit tricky for them. But the nice thing here is if they take out this Bibarel and Munkidori, there's nothing actually damaged on their bench for the Arcanine to be doing the extra damage. And Sableye does resist Arcanine, so they're doing 0 damage into them. So they're in a pretty good state as long as they don't overcommit damage here. Like if they do try and set up damage onto the Arcanine in the active, it does give MW the option to potentially switch it to the bench, evolve the new Growlithe. Arcanine damage on the bench does trigger the effect for it to do the additional damage and knock out the Sableye. But if they just leave it on Munkidori and Bibarel being KO'd, then they're kind of just safe. Deciding to put some damage counters on the Arcanine in the active as well as the benched one. Interesting. Okay. And they're leaving the Munkidori alive. Not sure if that was just a misclick or what's happened there. So it does give them a chance to kind of manipulate some of these damage counters around. And it has also put damage out, so the Arcanine's doing boosted numbers into them. Finding another Munkidori. And yeah, they're going to be finding another Arcanine off of that as well. Most likely. Oh, never mind. Must be in the prizes or potentially discard pile already. Looks like it is prized. So we're seeing Iono putting the opponent down to a 5-card hand. MW getting into fresh 4, finding an Earthern Vessel off that, so that means they do have an out for Dark Energy for their Munkidori. Finding a counter catcher, but they are currently ahead in prizes, so not doing much for them, but makes it an easy discard with Earthern Vessel, instead opting to go for the rescue board though. Yeah, healing up their Munkidori here. So they will be getting a KO just off counters. Not looking like a great spot for Manuel at the moment. Does find the Cramorant at least. Okay. Got Vengeful Punch out on the Sableye as well. So like they could put a bit of pressure into the Arcanine. It's likely to take out the double Munkidori here so they can stop manipulating counters. Alright, and between turns, those monkeys will get taken out by the Frostlass. Starting to soften up the bench Growlithe. And I guess just banking on the fact that Arcanine's likely going to hit them in the face. Take some damage from the Sableye. Cramorant should be able to finish it off after that. And then puts MW in a situation of, can they recover this Arcanine? Which they do have an out to get it back next turn, theoretically. But there's also a 50-50 chance they get an Arcanine from the prizes. Alright, so the Arcanine's got what? 80 health left. The Growlithe's got 40 health left. And they didn't find the Arcanine off of that. And it is also one of those situations of a Sableye would technically be able to take out Arcanine and Growlithe if they can get another one set up and on the board. But they do just have the Cramorant that's able to just KO the Arcanine in the active. MW having super odd research in their hand though, so they can just recover that Arcanine and hope to draw back into it. They're in a pretty solid spot. Yeah, Manuel just taking a minute, thinking out his plays. Process putting quite a bit of pressure onto their crams. But with the Monkey Dory's gone at least, there's a little bit less on there. Not sure if something's happened. On its screen's bugged? Oh, PTCGL. Well, I guess you take that. Screen is stuck. Not a great conclusion to the tournament, but it is what it is. Yeah, it looks like their screen ended up freezing. I'll show you guys just on the Discord here. So that's what ended up happening to Manuel's screen, unfortunately. And it's just PTCGL being PTCGL. Would have been very interesting to see how that match did play out, because obviously they had the Cramorants. It would have been able to take out the Arcanine. MW having the Super Rod and Research meant he would be able to just immediately put the Arcanine back into their deck and try and draw into it. But also Manuel having the option to potentially get into another Sableye in some way, get it into the active, 8 damage counters onto the Arcanine in the active, 4 onto the bench Growlithe. They wouldn't have an attacker to get set up going back into MW's turn. Like, there was a way for it to kind of pivot back in the other direction. So would have been really keen to see if, like, how it would have played out if they did have the ability to do it. But, well, PTCGL's PTCGL sometimes. That's the way it goes. MW, your pivot was a Molga. You didn't have him on the bench, though. You had 2 Frostlass, you had Frostlass, Growlithe, Arcanine. You didn't have a Molga on the board yet. But yeah, like you'd be able to go into a Molga, hit one of the Cramorants for weakness. Is that what you're saying? Like try and get it into the active and attack with that? With the pressure from processes, yeah. That would be pretty good. It would have been pretty cool. All right, but yeah, we're gonna go through the top 8 decks. Just double checking, make sure we actually get the tournament closed out now that we do have the final. I think we've got the finals. Hang on. Have they closed out their game? Just double check with them. You guys are happy to call that though, yeah? We're calling it. You're taking the win on that, MW? You had more outs than just a rod and research? Okay, cool. Cowgirl Casanova, welcome to the Goomba game. Easy. Okay, they have declared the win on that one. We'll get it all closed out. And end that one. Okay, so let's take a final look at the standings and we'll get it all laid out in order. So we've got MWDC taking down the tournament on a 6-1 record. Congrats, bud. Manuel also on a 6-1 record, going undefeated until the finals. Amir on 3-3, Urban Nomad on 3-3, Savid on 3-2, Raspberry going 2-3 tonight. I ended up going 2-3 tonight. X Factor also on 2-3. And then, yeah, some newcomers to the format. Mr. Mooseman. Dudsa, not a newcomer. I was about to say Dudsa. Squirrel, 9 Egg, rocking the Bellsprout as he does. Food King and Vasanth also ended up just dropping. It happens. Didn't have a great start to the tournament. Way she goes sometimes. We do have the North American special event tomorrow. So if you guys are keen for that, or potentially today if you're in North America and in the stream already, yeah, it's Friday nights for North America, just to make it a little bit more accessible for you guys. But we will lay out the decks in order for the winners. So we've got MW taken first. Where's Manuel in here? Manuel got second. I'm like way back here. Third place, Amir, then Urban Nomad. Urban Nomad in fourth. Amir in third. Fifth place, we've got Savid and Rasber. Just swap those two around. And then X Factor triple. X Factor getting 8th, and I ended up getting 7th for that one. Too easy. So yeah, we'll just do the quick click through everything just so it's all loaded, and we can kind of go through the run through of that all, breaking down the deck list. But yeah, what did everyone think of the tournament tonight? What was your guys' favorite deck? And if you were playing in this tournament tonight, what would you have run? Cowgirls showed up when you were scrolling through your Twitch feed looking for someone new and looked awesome. So you figure, why not? Why not? Like that. I gotta respect the Pokemon puns. Well, thank you very much for coming by the stream. I hope you're enjoying the vibes. We're playing the budget build battle format tonight. So it's a format I created just to run some single price shenanigans over on Limitless. It's no rulebox cards, so no A specs, EXs, Vs, Radiants. And also a limitation of just 2 copies of a card with the same name in your deck. Slight exception being basic energy and basic Pokemon, since we do just want to add some consistency to it, obviously. Basic energy, you need it to attack, and basic Pokemon, if it evolves up into a stage 1 in your deck, you can have 1 extra copy of the basic just to help for consistency, and into a stage 2, you can have 2 of them, again, just to help with consistency, so we don't have just like big basic decks dominating it like Lost Box and Okie Dokies. Yeah, it's pretty fun. We do have the North American special event on tomorrow night, or tonight if you're in North America and it's the morning for you. If you're in Australia, it means it's on tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, in about 12 hours roughly. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look through the top 8 decks here. So you'll get to see the YouTube voice coming out. And just for everyone in chat, keep the messages nice. have had to have a few recordings where we've gone through and edited stuff out just because there's people being, say, less than kind. So please avoid that. And any mods that are here, Dudsta and Deathlike, if you see anyone doing that stuff, you have full permission to give people the boot. I think we're just about through everything, though. This is the first place list from MW, so congrats again on taking that home. And Manuel on making it to the finals. We'll get the prize cards sent out to you guys in probably the next hour or so, just after I wrap up the stream. Right, here are this deck, Slow King. This one we'll call Ursaluna. Was there an Annihilape in the top cut? That's epic. I love that. Move that to the front. I feel like it's Lucario for that one. This, it's got to be the Ting. It's got to be the Ting Lu. And then Mill. All right, guys. Also, apologies, we are not on the right screen. Makes a bit of a difference. This song, though, a little too slow for this. There we go. MW, do the prizes for you in the giveaway raffle. Oh, apologies. I kind of dropped the ball in the giveaway. Yeah, no, we were meant to be doing that after each round. Too easy. Okay, so MW, we're just doing your prize cards for the raffle tonight. I'm just going to close this one out. We'll start a new one, and we'll just pick the winner. Once we're done the top 8 run through. So for anyone wanting to join in on the raffle, completely free, exclamation raffle to join. Just make sure you're a member of the Goomba Gang and you're good to go. And MW has been more than generous in donating his prize winnings into the giveaway. So 25 code cards are going to be up for grabs for this. But yeah, we're going to get this kicking off into the top 8. All right, bear with me. Just going to have some water first. This kind of just go straight into it. Cheers, guys. And yeah, thoughts on this song? Good backing track? I guess it's got lyrics to it. It might be a little bit funky. It's a little better. MW, just make sure when you're giving the prizes in Limitless, you put 0. Yeah, no, I know about that whole process. I do it for, like, we do the most unique deck of the week as well. So it's usually someone in like 6th or 7th gets that. It's kind of like, okay, first gets this, second gets this, 0 for 3rd to 5th. This person gets 10 cards for having the most unique deck. And yeah, we do pick that from the top 8 decks. So if you guys see one of these lists and you're like, that's it, that's the most unique deck, call it out in chat and we'll kind of just, I think, pick it that way this week. I normally kind of do it off stream. I pick one or we do it as a poll. But I'll be honest, I'm getting pretty sleepy and we have to run the tournament pretty much when I wake up tomorrow. So it's going to be a quick run through tonight. Apologies. All right. I got a YouTube voice battery though. Which also means I should probably have this over on this screen just for simplicity's sake. There we go. All right, I'm going to start the song over again. This one is a bit of a banger. Hey guys, Triple B here. We've just concluded the 5th week of the first season of the Budget Build Battle Tournament. And if this is the first time you're hearing about this format and you decide to click on this video, well, hey, welcome to the community. And first off, I'll give you a quick run through of what Budget Build Battles are. It's a single prize format for the Pokemon TCG, and tournaments are run over on Limitless. So that means no EXs, no Vs. We also do no rulebox in general. So Apex and Radiance also, get them out of there. None of that nonsense. It's all about these single prize cards and just finding a home for them to shine. Top 8 decks of this week, though, we are seeing a very interesting mill list with the Wug Trio, living that Wug life X Factor, making it into the top 8. So it has Undersea Tunnel, 3 colorless energy. You're going to flip 3 coins. Each one that's ahead lets you discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Kind of aggressive, and in a format where you can only have 2 copies of a card with the same name, milling them, well, you can really ruin someone's day. Also, the fact that you're not taking any knockouts will mean you're falling behind on prizes, so things like Reversal Energy and Counter Catcher will be online very easy, meaning you can charge up Wugtrio with potentially just one energy for turn and gust something up into the active that's going to have a hard time getting it out of the active and putting your opponent in a very awkward spot. It's not the only mill card in there though. They do also have Comfy that has Flower Shower. Each player is going to draw 3 cards for just 1 psychic energy, which isn't quite milling your opponent, but does make them, well, go through their deck a little bit faster. And when you combine that with supporter cards like Xyrosix Machinations, makes your opponent discard their hand down to 3 cards. It's a little aggressive. Like, milling their deck's great, but also making them have a very big hand, and then making them have a very, very, very small hand. Might as well just be milling them. Also seeing the Rodent combo in here, Bibarel and Squobit for some amazing draw power. The rest of the cards I feel like are kind of just standard control shenanigans at this point, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. In 7th place, we are seeing my deck I ran this week that I called Moosin' Around. So we are, over a month into the first season and kind of been playing like pseudo-competitive stuff, and then this week I was like, nah, let's play something a little bit silly. So I tried out Ting Lu. It's got the attack Ground Crasher, 1 fighting energy to do 30 damage to the active Pokemon, but if you have a Stadium, well, if not even you, if your opponent has one in play either, long story short, if there's a Stadium in play, you're going to discard it and do 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. So effectively spread 30 damage for 1 fighting energy as long as you meet those conditions. Did run high counts of Stadiums to make sure we're doing it. So 2 Gape Shot Bog, 2 Lost City, 2 Artisan, and even a Jamming Tower. So 7 Stadiums in the deck. You're going to be finding them pretty easy. Artisan helping you set up your bench. Lost City to potentially take out something like a Manaphy. So if your opponent's trying to protect their bench, we just go, well, like Dusknoir, knock it out, or Dusclops, put 5 onto it. Monkey Dory, come down onto the bench when the Gape Jaws in play, take 2 damage counters, Luminous onto it so it can move those counters onto their Manaphy. Lost City, replace the Gape Jaw Bog. Good. A little tricky to pull it off, but we can get there. Also having Counter Catcher and Canceling Kelowna in here though, at high counts of 2, so if Manaphy is on the board, it's just like gust it up, spritz it with Cologne, you're fine. So there's a couple ways to get around it and just ensure we are punishing their bench. Halucha to put out some damage counters to help fix up some numbers. Obviously putting 30 damage onto things, it's good, but there's a lot of basic Pokemon that have 70 HP, so having Halucha to help fix those up. So it's like Halucha, 2 attacks from Ting Lu, wipe their board. Good. Yeah. And then the Dusclops we did talk about, Monkey Dory we talked about, Bibarel, you guys are very familiar with it, and obviously Spread being a little scary, we are running Manaphy of our own, and a Jirachi just to help out against basic Pokemon putting out damage counters like Sableye. Rest of the cards in here though, I feel like are pretty standard staples for the format. Any questions though, never hesitate to ask. In 6th place, we are seeing Rasper, who ran a Lucario Blood Moon Ursaluna deck. So Lucario having Roaring Resolve lets you put 2 damage counters on it to search your deck for a fighting energy and attach it onto it. Its attack Aura Sphere Volley, needing 2 fighting energy to get it off, means that you could just attach one more time onto this to be able to attack. You're going to do 60 damage for each energy card on it. You're going to discard all those though. So effectively it does 120 damage, but ramping up from there. And you can just be using this ability turn after turn to just gradually build up the energy on it and your damage output. The main attacker in here though being the Blood Moon Ursaluna, whose ability Battle Hardened lets you attach 2 fighting energy from your hand when you play this onto the bench. So you still have the attachment for turn, chuck a fighting energy on it, and you're good to go. You can start attacking, doing 100 damage with Mad Bite, or 30 more damage for each damage counter your opponent has on their active. So as long as you're putting out a little bit of pressure on your opponent, you can be doing a lot of damage into them. So of course, having Monkey Dory in this list as well, Dark Energy on there, you can be moving 30 damage from one of your guys onto one of your opponent's guys, meaning that Ursaluna is getting 90 damage boost into them. So effectively, Monkey Dory with this, you can be hitting 190 pretty consistently as long as you find ways to get counters onto them. There isn't a lot of ways to get damage counters onto your own guys, so it's kind of reliant on your opponent hurting you. Like there's no Gape Jaw Bogs or Calamitous Blizzard, so it's kind of just like, hey, Ursaluna, eat a hit, Monkey Dory, give it back to them, Ursaluna, hit them harder. Lucario, though, does take damage, so once you get this set up, you do have that as a bit of an output for some counters, only taking 2, though, so Monkey Dory hands them off. You're going to be putting an extra 60, so 160 with Ursaluna. Does make it a pretty interesting combo, so I can respect that. Something I'm not noticing in here, though, is energy switch, or potentially even something like a Poppy just to move counters from Lucario onto Ursaluna, or vice versa. It would be an interesting card to see, but obviously the list is running quite tight, so I can understand why it didn't make the cut. In 5th place, we are seeing Savid, who brought Annihilate. So its attack, Rage Fist, is going to do 70 more damage for each prize card your opponent's taken. So kind of like Charizard EX, but in a single prize format. And just 1 energy to use the attack, so you don't really need the ability to rush energy out, since it's just like, 1 energy, I'm good. And I love it. Honestly, really cool card. To make it so they are giving up some prizes and putting out some pressure, of course, seeing the Dusknoir line in here. So you can knock it out, put 13 damage counters onto something, potentially taking a prize with it, and boosting Annihilape's damage output. Not too bad. Go down 1 prize, you're doing 70, so you're taking out a pre-evolution, or play something like Grant to boost up your fighting damage, or your fighting Pokemon's damage output by 30, meaning just 1 prize down, you can be doing 100. Not a bad number to hit. Most likely, though, you're going to be trying to knock out 2 Dusclops or Dusknoir to get Annihilate up to 140, and then it's just going to snowball from there. So honestly, really cool list. I love seeing this. They are also including a Defiance Band just as another way to pump up their damage output when they're going behind on prizes with the Dusknoirs. So yeah, you did some cooking, Savid. You did some really good cooking. In 4th place, we are seeing Urban Nomad also running the Blood Moon Ursaluna, but not as the main attacker. Honestly, I don't think it was the main attacker in this one. No, I'm getting the decks confused. I saw someone running a Slow King. It's not this one, though. Blood Moon Ursaluna being the main attack, or one of the main attackers in this deck. So same kind of mindset. Bench it, attach 2 energy to it, attach for turn. This build, though, does have some ways to get damage counters onto your own board. So Gape Drop Bog, you bench it. You take 2 damage when you do. Monkey Dory can hand them off, but it also means your opponent's benching things that they're taking damage. Ursaluna is doing more damage into them. Nice. They also have Calamitous Snowy Mountain. Whenever any player attaches an energy to a basic non-water Pokemon, they're going to take 2 damage. So you bench the Ursaluna, and then, yeah, you're attaching 2 energy from hand to it for the ability. You're taking 40. Attach 1 to it. You're taking 60. A little bit risky. Does also mean that Monkey Dory can then just hand off those counters, and it also means the vice versa effect will apply. If your opponent's attaching energy to a basic non-water Pokemon, they're taking damage, and Ursaluna is ramping up its output. Another attacking line in here being the Medicham has Acupuncture. I've got to say, just great pun there. Does a little bit of damage into your opponent, but makes it so that you're going to pick one of their attacks and you just say you can't use that during your next turn. There's a lot of Pokemon in this format that just have 1 attack they want to be setting up into, and you're going to make them have to really work. Like, for example, Ursaluna only has 1. Torterra, we see played week after week, only has 1. Lost Box, all their guys only have 1 attack. You can kind of just lock them out and just be like, you need to switch out or you're doing nothing into me. Not bad. Does have a second attack on their Kick Shot. You're going to flip a coin. If it's tails, it's going to do nothing. You do 90 damage if it's heads, though. So it's all right for a little bit more pressure, but I feel like it's mostly in here for the Acupuncture attack. Luxray also showing up. If this Pokemon's in your hand when you're setting up to play, you can put it down as your active Pokemon. Seeking Fang for 1 colorless energy does 50 damage and lets you search your deck for 2 trainer cards to put into your hand, adding amazing consistency and giving you 160 HP effectively basic Pokemon you can be starting the game with. That's pretty big. And the consistency of getting supporters while putting out damage, not bad either. Kyurem also showing up in the list, meaning if your opponent has any Colress in their discard pile, you can be using Trifosh for 1 energy and doing 110 to 3 things in play. If you pair into Lost Box, you're in a pretty good spot. Not seeing any canceling cologne here, though, so it's not like you'd be able to gust up the Manaphy, spritz it with some cologne, and then spear 3 things off their board. But if you are in a position where you're able to just like boss it, KO it, and then get this play off the following turn, you're in a pretty good position. Honestly, I love seeing this list, Nomad, and keen to see how you work on it in the future tournaments, because I feel like this is one of those lists that, like, with some refinement, will be absolutely dominated in the format, and already making the top 4 this week, so proven concept. In third place, we are seeing Amir, who is running the Slow King. Apologies, I did get the list confused and referenced some stuff from this one when talking about that first one. Similar attackers here, though. We're seeing the Blood Moon Ursaluna. It can be used as an attacker by benching it with the fighting energy, attaching for turn, and you're good, but you can also be copying it with Slowking. So its attack Seek Inspiration lets you discard the top card of your deck. If it's a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, which there's none of those in this format, so if it's a Pokemon, you get to pick one of its attacks, discard the Pokemon, but you get to use the attack. Meaning you could be copying Blood Moon Ursaluna's attack, could be copying Terrakian's attack, Cavern Tackle, which does 120, and during your opponent's next turn, all damage from attacks is just ignored on this Pokemon. So effectively you're making Slowking invincible. You could copy Kyurem. You don't even have to worry about like, oh, do they have Chorus in the bin? It's just like, oh, I discarded this. I'm just going to use Trifrost. So that's pretty sick. And you can even copy Crobat to do Critical Bite. It's going to do 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And if it takes a KO, you're going to take 2 extra prizes. So soften something up, then finish it off with Crobat's attack. Not too bad. Taking a 3-prize KO in a single prize format is honestly busted. Like effectively, it's use Kyurem, take 3 prizes, use this, take 3 prizes, game. Scary. The Slowking, though, having a slightly awkward attack cost, being a a psychic and a colorless, you do have Xatu to help accelerate some energy onto it, as well as Crispin. So Crispin, search your deck for 2 energies of different types, being your psychic and your fighting, attach one, the other one goes to your hand, and then you just manually attach it, so you have a few ways to get your Slowkings charged up. Honestly, really like this list. Amir, you also did some top-tier cooking this week, so yeah, keen to see if you run it back with this in the North American Special event tomorrow. And in second place, we are seeing Manuel running a Lost Box featuring Porygon. So Porygon's Garbage Attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon tool in your Lost Zone. Obviously, Lost Box, you want to be Lost Zoning a lot of things. A lot of these tools, it's kind of just like, hey, if I see this off Comfy, like if Comfy sees Crisis Punch or Blindside or Devolution TM, half the time it's like, well, that's going in the Lost Zone and I'm going to keep my Sableye, or I'm going to keep my Energy, or I'm going to keep my Cramorant. And it just makes it an easy decision while also powering up a secondary attacker for in the late game. You do have Sableye, though. Just lost mine. Absolutely broken attack. Jirachi does block it. Not a lot of people are running it, though, so Sableye can kind of just like run rampant once you get it set up, and Cramorant for some early game pressure. Another nice thing about having these tool cards is you could chuck a Vengeful Punch onto them. So like Cramorant, if it's doing 110 into something that has 150 HP, it's like, well, I'm just shy of taking a knockout. Oh, but if you hit me back, well, I take a knockout now. So like we're trading. And same with the Sableye. Like maybe you're setting up counters and you're a little bit shy. Well, Vengeful Punch helps you get there. So yeah, really cool list. Kind of just standard Lost Box stuff for the most part, but the exception being the Porygon line in here and then adding in the tools to boost up its damage. And in first place, we are seeing MWDC running it with the Hisuian Arcanine Frostlass combo. So this isn't anything new to the format, but it's a good list. Like it's just one of those things that it's tried and tested and true. Arcanine obviously having Proud Fangs. Base damage, not great, 30 damage. Doesn't need an energy to use it though, and if any of your bench Pokemon are damaged, you're going to do 90 more. So effectively 120 for 0 energy. Frostlass damaging everything with abilities means your Monkey-Dories are taking some pings, your Bibarels are taking some pings. If you want to bench a Snorlax to buy you some time in the early game, having this slapped in the active, your opponent's struggling, it's taking a bit of damage from your Frostlass while your Frostlass is softening up their bench, and then eventually you get Arcanine set up, you move this to the bench, Arcanine's doing more damage. Because this is beat up a little bit, good times. Emolga also being in here has Skywave, 10 damage, and does 10 to each bench Pokemon, yours and the opponent's. So it's another great way to put a little bit of pressure into opponents so that Frostlass will soften them up with its ability later on, and this is put pressure, so you could kind of play it as a spread deck, but at the same time, hurting your own bench to trigger Arcanine's additional damage requirement. So yeah, really good card in here. Basculin for Gather the Crew to help you establish your board, and Cleffa just to help you establish your hand and have a free retreat option. Obviously a little risky running Cleffa with Monkey-Dories running around as much as they are. If it's ever in a position where it has 3 damage counters to play around with, this is kind of just a free prize, but in the early game, it's just such a clutch Pokemon to be able to go into, so respect it being in here. Honestly, really cool list, and congrats MW on taking it home tonight. Really cool. And yeah, if you guys like these deck lists or cooking up something completely different, let me know which one you like the most or what you would bring to the next tournament. We do host these every Friday night in Australian Central Time, as well as the first Friday of every month for those of you in North America, just to make it a little bit more time zone friendly. Because I know the Australian tournaments, it's like 5, 6 in the morning for you guys, so it's a little tricky to turn out. But yeah, the North American special event will be on tomorrow, so very keen to see how everyone goes with that. Also, we do have people always looking for matches in the Discord, so if you're keen to try out the format but can't make it to the tournaments, there's always that option for you too. I'm kind of just rambling though. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button to let me know, and subscribe to keep up with the shenanigans. But till next time, stay golden, you Goombas. Oh, all right, I think it's bedtime for me, guys. What do you guys think of the top 8 decks though? And we do have to pick the winner for the raffle. That's the other thing. Right. No one even entered the giveaway. Any of you guys want code cards? We got 25 code cards. Exclamation raffle. MW, I think you just get them. Thanks for the event in the stream. Man, thank you very much for coming by. It's an absolute pleasure, and I'm glad you're able to stick it out to the end. We've got Cowgirl. Earbuds just died, so be watching without sound for a little bit. Oh no! Well, you let them charge a buck. These puns are next level. I love it. Love it. All right, well, MW, I might hang on to... If you don't want the prize, let me know. We can hang on to it, and we'll do it in the raffle for the North American event, if that works for you. But if you want the codes, they're all yours. It doesn't look like anyone's entered the raffle, so I feel kind of weird giving them out in the raffle. It's literally like one person signs up for it, and it's like, oh, well, they're theirs. I'm just going to close that out. And yeah, I think we'll just run it back tomorrow. We'll see who else is online, though, so you guys do have somewhere to raid out to. Is there anyone else streaming PTCGL? There's someone on Pocket. And there is this one in English? Let's double check that before I bring you guys. Good to do a raffle. You got the better part of 3,000 pounds. That's a vibe. Like I got just like not 3,000, but these are mostly older ones where it's just kind of like meant to do them as giveaways, and it's like, oh, they're rotated. It's like Scarlet and Violet stuff. Oh, right. Okay, well, I think we're gonna raid out into Sombra RJ. So looks like they are playing some Dragapult. Unfortunately, they did just take an L as I popped in to suss out their stream. So let's bring some positive vibes over there and cheer them up. And yeah, see if they can send it back. But yeah, thanks very much everybody for coming by for the stream. If you did enjoy it, hitting that follow button is always appreciated, and it lets you know when I'm online next. We do have the North American special event on in a little less than 12 hours. So for some of you, I might be seeing you later today. And if you're in Australia, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Till next time, though, take care of yourselves, guys. See ya.